This is T.Y. Jackson.
United States Women's Champion Chelsea Green.
How you doing, people?
And I love pro wrestling.
I love pro wrestling.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome to the Brunch Clinic. I am Lawrence Kurtze. We are live. Another big week in wrestling, as yesterday was AEW Wrestle Dream.
Hi, I'm Maxine Dupree.
And I'm Otis.
Hi, I'm the sweetest Pete, Christara.
Mars, the specialist.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And we
love wrestling.
Bottoms up, brains on. Welcome to Quizplex here on Love Wrestling, your pro wrestling trivia charity show. My name is Zach Ralph. I will be your host.
This is God's gift to wrestling, Michael Richard Blaze.
Yeah, we are the Usos.
This is Rachel Ellering.
And we love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Hello, Love Wrestling. It is Thursday night. It is 8 p.m. And you all know what that means.
Well, you better know by now. It's episode 235 of this thing.
I guarantee you there's like an 85% chance that's not an accurate number.
Hi, this is Shaz McKenzie.
This is Big Bad Boris.
This is the Rhinestone Cowboy, Stephen Crow.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
If you're here, thanks for being here. It's for Exposure, Love Wrestling's Independent Weekend podcast, where we break down all the best happenings of the world of the independent wrestling side.
I'm Penta. I'm wrestling. And what?
Liza Hall.
I'm the alternative Anthony Green.
And I love pro wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling. I love wrestling. And you know what? Pentacero.
That's called scatting, kids. It is 8 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It is time for a excitingly fun, I hope, episode of Saturday Night Love. My name is Big Bad Boy.
I'm Big Ben Ortmans.
Hi, this is Smiley Patty Ray.
I'm Sky.
And I love wrestling.
And I love wrestling.
And I love pro wrestling.
Of course.
Hello, Love Wrestling. It's Thursday night. It's 8 p.m. And you know what that means. It's another new episode of Between Two Beards.
Can we start off with the biggest news of the week? The Rats lost!
If you got the budget, I've got the time.
There he is.
Hey, boss!
There's the boss.
Hey! The man with the finest beard on this screen. Canadian boys, shut the hell up. Let me talk.
You see, the Rads are resourceful. When I got beef with somebody, I can find a way to talk to them.
That's the second week in a row that has happened.
Technology!
It usually just puts us on automatically, dang it.
Technology!
That's about the week I'm having.
It's great!
Hello, Love Wrestling. It is 8 p.m. What are you doing over there?
I got issues with my... I don't like my... there we go. That's a little softer.
Unbelievable.
We're listen, man. It's been a week, dude. What do you want from me?
I don't know.
Anyway, hi.
Hi. Hello.
How are you?
It is
8
p.m.
How are
it
you?
Is
How's
Thursday
it going?
Night.
My name's Hobo Johnson.
Oh. Do you listen to Hobo Johnson?
Peach Scones.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Hello. How are you? What's your name?
Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah. This is Between Two Beards. Scott, you are correct. He is actually wearing a hat of taste. this evening.
And I've got to Scott's previous comment, but do the thing first, and then I'll address that comment.
I just did it.
No, the other comment that he made. You know what that means, and we say it's World Cup Day or something.
It is World Cup Day. Mexico already got a victory over South Africa.
Dude, I watched that game.
They scored early. They scored early, and then South Africa hung around, got 2 red.
Yeah, but then for some reason the like commentators and then like the studio analyst team was like just flaming South Africa for how they played the whole time, and I was like, were they supposed to be good? I don't know enough about soccer. No, I meant this comment here where Scott said the Pluggo was wearing a Raiders gear.
Oh yeah,
in front of 49er fan the Usos. In my defense, I didn't know I was interviewing the Usos until literally like 5 minutes before they walked down the stairs. Actually, correction, it wasn't even really 5 minutes. It was, so I had that on, and I was also I was in Indianapolis on top of it, and the Colts played the Raiders, I think, like 2 weeks after that. So
yeah,
I was getting a little flack, but I don't know if the Usos are diehard Raiders. Ryan Sullivan would like to know why I own Raiders gear. Ryan, we've been over this.
He owns gear of every team that's ever existed
I'm
on
currently
planet Earth.
wearing Rams gear for the 2024 playoff run. Of all things, I've got a Celtics hat on today. I figured I'd give you some solidarity. I have an addiction. It's an addiction at this point. I've been pretty good. I did buy one thing today only because it was super cheap and I really wanted it. But I have a thing about the lids.com clearance section, and if it's a team I don't hate, I will wear it. And
see, I think that's the difference, just because you do have some teams in sports, but I don't think you don't have like a neutralized city. Like this is where I grew up. This is So you like teams from all over. I think.
Like if I was in Boston, I would
hate teams. Like I have teams in every league that I despise.
Yeah,
one of them is about to win a friggin' championship,
and I don't have that. Being as like okay, I've Notre Dame. I live in Notre Dame country, so I love Notre Dame. I love the Chicago Cubs.
But you hate their rivals, though. You hate Michigan.
Sure, yeah. I won't wear Michigan. You're not going to catch me in Michigan. You're not going to catch me in USC. You won't catch me in Michigan State.
Is that a big rivalry, Michigan State and Notre Dame?
It was at one point. I just kind of lumped Michigan.
So you don't like USC? That's a big one, right?
Yeah, I don't like USC, so you won't ever catch me in USC gear. I'm not a big Purdue fan either, so you won't catch me rocking Boilermaker stuff. So my hatred for sports teams comes more to the college game, and then I hate a couple baseball teams, as we all know. But yeah, other than that,
the problem is with me is I have my, since I was younger, you have your core, like, Bruins, we hate the Canadians, Red Sox, Yankees. Celtics are a few teams. There's Lakers, but we don't play the Lakers a ton since they're on the way. Like we play them twice a year, unless we get the luckiness of being in the finals with them. So like they're like our big basketball rivalry, but we also despise the 76ers. We despise the Knicks. Those are really the big two. When LeBron was around, we didn't like the Heat, like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then football, the thing with football was my team was just so damn good for so damn long that there were just different rivalries throughout because we were the constant. So I hate like every team in football. Like there's there's no other, even the other teams that I'm like, I don't hate. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And just in football, I'm like, nah, dude, if you're not, Sullivan, we're gonna talk about it. I think we're actually gonna probably go a little deep with it, to be honest with you, because just insanity.
What a game. Depending on which side of the fence you're on, what a game.
There's only one side of the fence, and it's not rooting for the garbage-ass Knicks.
I don't know about that.
Sorry. Garbage franchise always and forever. This will be the first one in 50 years. It'll be the last one in 50.
Listen, Olivia Benson was having a hell of a time last night with Tay-Tay. It was such a good time. It's so much fun watching.
Before we do anything, if you're watching here, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. We got a lot to talk about tonight. We're going to talk about the King and Queen of the Ring update tournaments. We're going to talk about CM Punk and where the hell he is. We're going to talk about Dynamite. We're going to talk about Raw. We're going to go through it all, but we are going to talk about the NBA Finals. But before you do, hit that thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
Click the bell for notification. Follow here at Love Wrestling. You know the drill. You know the drill. Share it out. Get some people in here.
Yeah, leave a super chat or two to help keep the lights on. You can also Knicks super chats will be read by JPJ tonight. And every super chat, though, goes to our friends of Ruby, which we are taking all super chat donations and giving to our friends of Ruby, a LGBTAQ community that helps all sorts of people in need, and those are things that we care deeply about here. So please feel free to drop super chats tonight, and we will pass those along to our friends of Ruby.
Yes. So if you are doing a super chat, it goes to a great cause this month. So if you are so inclined, please do.
And make them pro Knicks. Why not? Let's have some fun. Let's get that Boston Anger theme song popping.
Listen, again, it is what it is. I've witnessed that. Okay, I don't even know where you want to.
I'll start here. I got it. I'll just start from my perspective. You feel like you could hop in at any point. So last night was Dynamite, obviously. So I watched Dynamite, and it's the NBA Finals. And of course, I'm torn because I love me some basketball. It's the NBA Finals. So I contemplated like either dual screening it or just watching the finals and watching Dynamite today. Mm-hmm. But I said, you know what? I'll watch some Dynamite. I was going to, you know what I mean? I'll just lock in, get it done, and keep tabs on the finals. And if it gets interesting, I'll click it over. As the finals, as Dynamite goes off the air, it is 76 to 49 at halftime.
Yeah.
The Knicks are getting trounced.
Yes.
After going up 0-2 or 2-0 and thinking they owned the world, they played 6 straight quarters of garbage basketball at MSG where people spent $65,000 to watch it happen.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, well, I know I'm going to go to bed early tonight because as soon as I have a 30, in the second half, if you're up 30, I call it a day. And the Knicks did it again where they crept back into this game ever so slightly and pulled off what was said the greatest comeback in NBA history, not just the finals, just in history of the NBA, to go up 3-1. And you can tell me where you want to start with that, but all I know is that was the biggest collapse of a team we've ever seen, and a team that young, I can't imagine they're going to come back from that. And so your New York Knicks will be NBA champions shortly. Hi, Mrs. Pluggo, the love of my life. The Apple. She hit it twice. I'm coming. I was
three times.
Ma'am, I was mid take. I had to get it out before I gave you my full undivided attention, my love. Are you okay? Maybe. Spam in the chat tonight. She must miss her some Pluggo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess so.
We got Fernando in the chat saying, "Oh, what up, fellas? What's up?"
So, just an absolute choke job by the Spurs. absolute choke job. You're up 29 points with 8 minutes left in the third quarter. All I can think about, Fernando, that is I respect you. This is the last championship the Knicks will win in a decade. Get out of here with that dynasty, please.
They could.
Please. I mean, they're not even the best team in their conference. For the love of God.
I mean, who's the best team in the conference? Because they're not the NBA Finals.
Listen, it happens. The best team doesn't win every year. The Knicks have been handed this series by the Spurs. Handed. The Spurs are a far more talented team. But what we are seeing is
I wouldn't say far more talent. Yes, I wouldn't say far more. They got Victor. Hold on. They're not.
Harper is
no,
unbelievable.
Stop.
He's
Full
20.
Stop, Knicks hater. Hold on, Knicks hater. I wouldn't say far and away. The Knicks are a deeper team for sure.
Deeper?
For sure. 100%.
I disagree. I think the Spurs are a better overall team.
I think Dylan Harper is great. You're not wrong. Wemby is great. Stephon Castle is
very good. This could easily be 4-0 Spurs. The series could be over. This series could literally be over.
It could be flipped. I'll give you that. But I wouldn't say
this has been the most. This has been such an even series.
Except the Knicks are up 3-1 because the Spurs literally handed them game 2 and literally handed them the game last night. Last night, that
far and away better teams don't do that.
Well, that's experience, though. I'm not talking about. I'm saying
experience is important when it comes to good and bad teams.
I'm saying they are far and away a more talented team. The Spurs, not even close. Not even close. But the experience, it's not even
hater
close.
shit. That's hater shit.
No,
that
it's
you
not.
like
It's
to
not.
do.
They have Brunson, who's good. They have
Brunson, who's great.
Excellent. Yes, Brunson's great. He's a dog. I've always been pro
OG
Brunson.
has been absolutely
Very good. Cat was good in the first couple games. The last 2, he's been a ghost. But he is one of the most. He's a good player.
Been bullying the shit out of him, like
as they should. As they should.
Yeah.
He's a good player, but he's one of the more annoying players to watch because when you see him playing as good as he does, you're like, this guy's dominant, and then he's a ghost, and you're like, why is that guy that size and a non-factor in this game? It's so annoying. But besides those, and they have Josh Hart, who's he's a gutsy role player, but he's not the Spurs, the top 7 Spurs are better than him, and it's like,
who's the top 7?
I have to go through the roster, Pluggo. But Luke Cornett's better. Yeah, it's just.
No, he's not. Luke Cornett sucks,
don't you dare talk about my king.
Fuck, there you go.
We will not have Luke Cornett slander.
He's not a king.
We will not have Luke Cornett slander on this show.
We're not going to sit here and anoint Luke Cornett the king. Of all the takes you've had on this show, that is the worst.
Listen. What I will say is that second half, I felt like I was watching the San Antonio Celtics because I have watched a dozen times in the last 2 seasons. The Celtics have a 15 to 25 point lead, regular season and playoffs, and blow it because all they do is what the Spurs did last night. And don't get me wrong, in the first half, the Spurs weren't missing. What were they, 14 for 26?
You're so right. The 4 minutes that Luke Cornett played last night, solid.
Guess what? All those 4 minutes, though, the Spurs had a lead.
Nope. One steal, 3 personal fouls, plus minus of -2. So when he was on the floor, they did not.
But they had a lead on the scoreboard. That's all that matters.
Yeah, when you put a guy in when you're up 30.
Maybe they would have won if they would have put him in longer. But anyway. I digress.
MVP.
That's not the point. That's not the point. They were up 20. I think they had something like 11 or 12 possessions up with that, where they shot the ball within the first 10 seconds, like took a 3 in the first 10 seconds of the play clock. And they were like 1 for 12 with those shots. It's like you have it. Does coaching not exist in the league? Like these young, because I have one of them on my team. What's that guy's name? Mitch Johnson. I might as well just call him Mitch Missoula, because that's what the fuck I was watching last night. Was the same thing. Just shooting threes. Yeah, they're going down in the first half and everything looks so gorgeous and pretty. You're the best team on the planet. Well, guess what? When you stop missing 5 or 10 in a row, stop taking them. Stop taking them. You got a 7'5" unicorn. Put him in the middle. You hit 3 twos at any point. You win. You win the game. Maybe 1-2. You win. What is happening? What is happening?
Maria says, JPJ, you're still salty over last year.
No, we were gonna. Well, again,
hi, Maria. Welcome to the chat.
The reason why the Celtics were going to lose last year was because they had 2 20-point leads in the first 2 games and shot a million threes like the Spurs did last night and let this garbage organization come back and they get 1 win away from winning a championship. Are you kidding me? There's a reason why the Knicks haven't won in 50 years. They're garbage. Garbage, loser franchise. And you're handing them a championship. Because you're inexperienced and you don't know how to game plan or adapt to something.
And that's what I'm saying. Like you're saying, that shit matters in the finals, and you're just like, oh well, they're the better team. I don't know.
The Spurs are more talented.
talented doesn't mean anything, really. Like, it's about you got to know how to play the game. If all of it,
unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
De'Aaron Fox, of all people, should
and this
know,
guy, did he not win Clutch Player of the Year this year?
Not even that.
I'm
like,
pretty sure.
Bro, I don't listen. I haven't played basketball in years because I'm old and
you do
fat
not
now.
go for a layup.
But everybody knows. You dribble that out.
Idiot. And that's another thing is the Spurs. I get it. They're young.
But if he hit, I will say this in De'Aaron Fox's credit. If he hits that layup, we're not having this conversation.
There's
today.
6 seconds left on the clock. You just run around in a circle till they get
you.
When
he hits the layup, they go.
Everybody knows that. And I'm not taking. Look at Anunoby. That whole stretch, he gets the block, and then that was not an easy tip. That's like a 5-foot tip in. That's not an easy tip in. Like that's an all-time. He was terrific in that game last night. Like it's just the way the game is played nowadays is everybody thinks they're the Splash Brothers, but nobody is the Splash Brothers. I don't understand the lack of changing. Like it makes no sense to me. It's like these teams have a way they look at, and I don't want to make it a nerd thing. But it is a nerd thing because it's all analytics. It's all bullshit. Percentages, if you take a 3-point shot, it's a better percentage than a 2-point shot because it's 3 over 2. And it's all this crap. And you don't take real life situations into effect. I don't know what that coach was doing last night. It felt like nothing at all. Then you got Wemby. Wemby only played the whole second half except 28 seconds. And you could tell the last 5 minutes of that game, his legs were jello. Well, big dudes like that don't play, like they play a lot, but they don't play like that because they're big. It takes a lot of, like, that. They're always,
Well, they didn't play well.
Because
the Spurs, because Mitch went with he only played 9 people, and if you want to count Luke's 4 minutes, you can count it. So he played 9 people. They're not deep enough, and that's why I say they're top 7. But that's why I say the Knicks are a deeper team. They're a better team. They're in the sense that they have more options, and I know you hate them. But you can't. You got to give them credit where it's due. They can't.
Look, they're gonna win the championship. Good on you. Enjoy it because you're never seeing another one in your lifetimes. So enjoy it. But it's just embarrassing.
Yeah,
it's embarrassing.
But the Miami Heat were the more talented team with the big 3, but the Dallas Mavericks were the better team overall. Yeah. Sometimes
I don't think they were the better team overall. I think they just had a better series. I don't think
but that's what I'm trying to. You're saying that hands over fist, head to shoulders
from a talent standpoint.
That's what she's saying. The Miami Heat, from a talent standpoint, were much better than that Mavs team.
Their first 3 guys were.
Still, their first 3 guys were all world, and it was Dirk and some dudes.
It
was Dirk and Eric Dampier.
I was getting
Jason Terry.
Hey, I like Jason Terry. Jason Terry hit the biggest shot in that series. He won.
I'm just saying, you're not taking him over Dwayne Wade.
Dirty fuck, Dwayne Wade.
Wow, you're fired.
One of the dirtiest players in the history of the league. He is great player, obviously Hall of Famer, but if he
wore Celtics green, he'd be like, I love that shit.
Maybe not dirty. Like Marcus Smart is the type of guy that I.
But I'm saying
he wasn't a dirty player.
It all matters about the jersey, and I get that. If the jersey changes how you feel about it.
Sullivan, he told me he was wearing the Celtics hat in solidarity. First of all, I don't need it because my team.
Then I'll go get the Yankees hat that I bought.
No, don't do that because the show will end.
Okay, then. All right.
My basketball team has actually won 18 championships, not their second in 50 years, like the garbage Knicks.
Listen.
So
I could go get the Sixers stuff. I could do that too.
For all the people in New York, either way this goes, you better stay indoors. Stay indoors. Either way it goes. If the Knicks win it, stay indoors. And God forbid, if the Spurs were to come back and win in 7, stay indoors.
Yeah, that's
because that city is going to look a whole lot different 24 hours after
I'm
whatever happens.
and Sullivan, I'm only defending the Knicks because I think JPJ is selling them a little short
I'm not selling them a little short.
As the team. No, because you said that the Spurs are head and shoulders above this team, and I think that is selling the Knicks short for what they have done in this playoffs.
All I will say is that if you watch the games,
I have.
The Knicks are up 3-1. But the Spurs could have easily swept this series. That's how much more talented they are, but they're inexperienced and they're young and they're fucking that's what's showing up. That has nothing to do with talent, though.
No, of course. But I think you're telling me that you said that their 7 guys are better than all of the Knicks.
No. I said when you got to like Josh Hart. Hart, would you consider Josh Hart to be their 4th best guy?
Let me see. I think you got to go Brunson, Towns, Anunoby, Hart.
Yes, those are the big 3. Then Hart is the 4th guy. You would probably take maybe not 7, but you would take 5 or I would think you would take.
You would take Wemby.
Yeah. I
would take
Castle. Yeah.
I'll tell you this though, Castle infuriates me as a player.
That's fine, but he's good.
He's good but he has these.
In Game 3. He carried that whole first quarter.
But this game specifically, he was on the bench for most of it.
Yeah, because he got in foul trouble. I do feel like the coach should have put him in though.
That was tough. I like Castle. I'm just saying though. I like
Harper. Harper, I think is better than I think he's 20, plays like he's a friggin' 10-year vet out there. He's unbelievable.
They got a real problem, don't they? Because De'Aaron Fox is scheduled to make $65 million.
Well, okay, and this is the
problem. So what's gonna happen is you can't. I don't know who's gonna trade for De'Aaron Fox.
Not after that shit,
right?
But De'Aaron Fox is supposed to be. And I get it. He doesn't have a ton of playoff experience because he was stuck in Sacramento his whole friggin' career.
You could get more for Dylan Harper if you traded.
You
Dylan
can't
Harper.
trade. I would trade Cass.
You couldn't.
If you had to trade one of those 3,
you couldn't trade James Harden either when he was on the OKC Thunder, and you had to do something. And I'm not saying. I'm only saying that because it's
years to go before they get there, though.
That you can't leave Dylan Harper on the bench
because I would say,
and you can't put $65 million De'Aaron Fox on the bench either.
Never, Fernando, never. Garbage owner doesn't. The fans maybe deserve a championship because I'm sure there are classy, good New York fans that have been waiting their whole lives that are old as shit and they're hanging on to see the Knicks win. Those people, all right.
Ben Stiller,
I'm cool. No,
you know. You got no disrespect. That he deserves
Here's
this.
The thing, though, of all like the fan bases, like the celebrities that show up to the Knicks games, I kind of like them all. Like I like Ben Stiller, I like Larry David.
Yeah, last night was the Rocket.
Yeah, who else? There were the SVU lady, Hardegay. I like her.
I call her Olivia Benson.
That's I like her. Tay Swift was there last night. I got no problem.
Yeah.
I got no problem.
They were having a good time.
They were
Scott,
dancing.
I know that all he had to do was dribble out the ball and end the game, but he did not do that. And you have this log jam now where you don't want to trade Stephon Castle. You wouldn't want to trade Dylan Harper, but you've got De'Aaron Fox. You can't bench. You can't put a guy on the bench that it just does. You can't pay a man $65 million to sit on the bench. It just doesn't work that way. But after this performance he's had in this finals, his trade value.
I thought he was good in Game 3, though.
He's a good player. Like, don't get me wrong. I like De'Aaron Fox. I like his game.
Fernando, you need to just stop with the NBA takes because you are really
Fernando.
Like that is the
relax.
That is dumber than the thing you said.
Be nice to Fernando. Dumb. Be nice to Fernando.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying he's dumb. I'm saying that statement right there is one of the dumbest statements I've seen him say.
How many NBA
not
coaches
even
did
close.
You take over Mike Brown?
I mean, I'd have to go through them, but I would say at least 8 to 10.
Okay. So what happened to those nachos, huh? I had some nachos for dinner. They were delicious. Is that my kid?
Is that somebody? Is that somebody
kid?
We know? Because if it's not, they're about to get banned right out of here.
Yeah, listen, if you're in my house right now, be respectful. The nachos, the leftover stuff is in the fridge.
Ridiculous. So you're telling me right now that if you were given an option, you would take Mike Brown over Eric Spoelstra? No, you would not. No, you would not.
I would not, but
you would take Mike Brown over Rick Carlisle.
Wait. Over Spoelstra, it's not as far of a gap as you think, but I would still take Spoelstra.
I think it's a really far gap.
Carlisle?
You would take Rick Carlisle. It's not even close.
Yeah, maybe.
It's not even close.
The guy who was streaming last night.
Who streamed last night?
Oh, is that Boris? Were you watching the Dynamite watch on? He said he'd have nachos. Where's the nacho? Boris?
I don't know.
Dude, I listen, I can't we cannot
I can't
as a Between Two Beards LLC.
I love nachos, don't get me wrong.
We can't hold accountable the things that Big Bad Boris says on this channel because he says a lot of things.
Even though I hate him, I would take the reigning coach of the year, Joe Mazzulla, over Mike Brown.
You know, if I clipped out what just happened there, it could say the voice Big Bad Boris, then you immediately, even though I hate him.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I listen. I think that's a crazy take, but listen. He's about to be the coach that has the NBA championship.
He's about to be the championship-winning coach. Yes, but he is nowhere near. Don't get me started, Fernando. We haven't even started talking about the wrestling yet.
But speaking of which, Maria asked about where is CM Punk, and we talked about that a couple weeks ago. So much so that it was the graphic for the show. And then all of a sudden, he exploded.
Yeah, what the hell? How come it explodes? You know, we were on this beat 2 weeks ago, brother.
Yeah.
We had a whole 30-minute segment on this show talking about where the hell CM Punk was 2 weeks ago, and now everybody wants to talk about it. Where were you?
I don't know.
It all seems to be a bunch of hullabaloo, really.
But feel free to leave a like, a subscribe. Boys, Boris, you're getting us in trouble. We're the nachos. God, make sure you drop some super chats. Every super chat goes to the Friends of Ruby and the Friends of Ruby charity, I should say. And yeah, let's have some fun. If you got some wrestling questions, today'd be a great day. He goes, "Oh, sorry." So you're getting us yelled at by the I thought the final boss was in my house watching me eat dinner. And apparently, you're out here offering up free nachos on Between Two Beards. You got to let us know when you're offering up giveaways.
Didn't even tell us.
What kind of nachos are we talking about here? But you know, like the CM Punk thing. You wake up. What was that? That was Monday? Was it Monday? I feel like it was Monday or Tuesday, right? You wake up and you're all these. Oh, CM Punk's feuding with TKO. That's why he's not there. And it just turned out to be a nameless, faceless, just internet rumor that people ran wild with. Which we have a tendency to do that in the IWC.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Dude's jacked right now. So what is the truth here?
I mean, there were reports that came out that said he's going to be coming back on television imminently soon, like within, not that far from now.
July 6th, Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago, probably. And they said that he's most likely factored into some big SummerSlam plans. So,
should be.
Listen, the guy is not super duper young. He's 47 years old, whatever he is, 47, 48. He's around there.
Yeah.
He was ever since he came back from the injury last year or the late year before that, whenever that was, he's been running balls to the wall and wrestling a ton and traveling all over the world. When he was the world champ, he was showing up to every show and fighting most shows and whatever. He lost a great main event at WrestleMania. Maybe he just had some planned timed off for the summer.
And on top of that, if you take it a step further, his wife came back because they asked her to come back. She did a run. Maybe they wanted just some time.
Maybe they were just like, hey, let's go on vacation for a month.
Yeah, they just lost Larry too. Maybe they just take a break. And everybody's like, he's feuding with because listen, let's be honest. That does sound like a CM Punk type thing to do. Course. He's got the track record, but I was just like, "Come on, guys, we're just running with anything these days."
Correct.
And then I kept seeing he's going to AEW again. And I'm like, "Yeah, he ain't doing that."
He's
going crazy. Like,
calm
down.
Yeah, I don't think there was any. I don't think it was a big deal or anything at all. I just think that I feel like his presence has been, or lack of presence has been felt. But however, since he's been gone, Kelly Clarkson. we've seen a lot of people get some shine on the shows. You know what I mean? Like we have a pretty good IC title picture over on Raw with Penta and Ethan Page and Rusev, and we just saw what they did with Chad Gable, who I want to talk about Chad Gable for a little bit. And like we have that building over there. We've seen Obafemi, kind of take a more premier, like top spot on the show type stuff, cutting promos and doing things. And, so it's allowed other people to shine. And now Punk will come back in Chicago, and I don't know I don't know what the direction they're going to go with him at SummerSlam is, who he's going to fight. I have no idea. We'll find out when it happens. But like, the guy can get, like, people take time off, guys. I just feel like it was just time off. It was after Mania, the big stretch to Mania. All right, Phil, go get some rest up your bones for a couple months. We need you for the summer. And
maybe people were just like, you're the guy that just sat here for weeks on end talking about how you don't take time off. And you're the guy that's here every
promo after Mania.
No, I know he did, but people don't remember that shit.
Yeah.
They're just like, it's Monday morning, let's burn the internet to the ground. And you're just like, oh, okay. But yeah, like, he'll be back. Dude, listen, I posted a video the other day about it. You don't go to the gym and get that yoked for fun. He's coming back to take some championships. And Boris, if you're still in this chat and you have no idea what you're talking about, we got commenters saying, like, show us the nachos. And they said the guy last night that streamed on this channel was talking nachos. So
either they are a troll and I'm about to ban their ass.
Or you
forgot that you were talking about some nachos last night.
Which means that you're, which we love you, but we don't have nachos on this show.
No.
We could. I had some chicken fajita nachos I made up before.
Chicken fajita.
That's why I thought it was really weird. I was sitting eating nachos. I made chicken fajita stuff, and then future world champion Chad Gable. I was going to ask you, what do we do with Chad Gable now? He's back. He's doing the apology tour to all the Lucha Libre wrestlers of the world, saying, and they're all forgiving him and kind of moving forward. And now and everybody's like, was it too soon to bring Chad Gable back, or was it the perfect timing? Perfect timing. I thought you let it sit for at least a week after the Mask vs. Mask, and kind of like, so now is he? Because he looks like he's in the IC title picture.
And I feel like that's where he should be.
Does he beat
I think he should.
At SummerSlam in Minneapolis, where he's from?
So here's my thing. I actually think that they executed this flawlessly with Chad Gable. I'm not going to, and I said it before we came on, I thought that this Monday's Raw might have been the best Raw of the year so far. And then look it's been a low bar. But I thought that this Monday's Raw in particular was excellent. I thought it was really, really good. The crowd in Paris obviously added an element to it. But I thought from top to bottom, wrestling-wise, story-wise, I thought Raw was excellent. But I look at they did the stare down with Sammy on SmackDown with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't on the shows last weekend. They re-showed the Mask vs. Mask match after Raw last week.
Yep.
They re-showed it. Then he shows up on SmackDown where Sammy's trying to get Aldis's attention, and Aldis goes, "Hey, I got to talk to somebody. I have a scheduled appointment." And Sammy's like, "Who's more important than me?" And Sammy turns around, Chad Gable, crowd goes ape shit. Chad doesn't even say a word. But then he just kind of goes in the office with Aldis. And then we see him on Monday. And like you said, he's doing the apology tour. He goes over to Penta. He says, "Hey,
we need one guy to be like, fuck that."
Well, so
kind of like the Roman stuff.
Yeah. He does the apology tour. He says, "Penta, my whole thing into that darkness started when I lost to you. So I'm sorry. I tortured your brother. I did all this stuff and, whatever." And Penta goes, "You're all good with me, but we all know if you're apologizing to Lucha Libre, this one dude,
it's Dominic.
You got to talk to him." And it should have been Dom. Dom should have walked up and should have been like, "I heard you're looking for the King of the Luchadors."
Yeah. That's the only thing I was missing. I was like, Dom, but it didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I would love to see Gable versus Dom.
Oh, for sure. And then he finds Rey Mysterio. Rey, accepts his apology. He goes, "You're beating yourself up too much. Stop doing that." He goes, "But if I were you, I would look even further back than when you started doing the lucha stuff, because I think there's things you said you might regret. So this leads me to think, at the very least, him and Otis, we're going to have some sort of
reconciliation.
Yes.
I hope it's not. I hope he doesn't join the Alpha Academy.
No, but can I tell you that, and this should be down the line, but I do think at SummerSlam, whether it's a multi-man match and Gable's the one who wins the multi, or it's one-on-one with Penta, I do think Gable should win the IC title in Minneapolis. I think you gotta. What have we been screaming for fucking? It feels like years that you gotta strike while the iron's hot. I know Gable's not a young guy. We know who this guy is. He's been around for 12 years or whatever. You gotta strike while the iron's hot with this guy. And SummerSlam is close enough that I think you gotta do it.
You know,
you gotta do it.
You're right. They got to, but you know how it goes. They don't. And especially, we could look at Chad Gable and show you how many times this dude's been heated up and done everything you've asked, and then for some reason you decide not to do it. It would be criminal to not do it.
I was going to say, I think we are at a time now where if this is not the time that they do something like that with Chad Gable, when his contract is up, he might as well say sayonara, because you're never going to pick me if you're not picking me now. Like he's the belle of the ball now after that thing, so that, and what I think they should do, because Penta's been he's defended the title a lot, Penta. He's been a great IC champion, and he's fought on Raw a lot. When Gable wins, Gable should do like an open challenge of sorts and like defend the title, and not right away, but beats a couple guys, does this, and then who should answer the open challenge? It's El Grande Americano. And then when El Grande Americano answers the open challenge, we all take off our shirts because we're like, oh shit, this is gonna. Oh, that would be a
shirts off?
Oh my god, it'd be a wrestling moment. We would all, wouldn't we? Twirl it, Petey Pablo style. No,
I would pay to see that.
No, just imagine if Gable wins the IC title, he does a.
That's a great question. But that's
4 or 5 weeks he beats some people, and then 1 week it's Grande Americano. It's like, and then everyone immediately is like, oh shit.
That brings up the great question. What does the other Grande Americano do now?
He's in AAA now. He's
but I'm saying, like, what is he? I don't watch AAA because
he's going to be at Triple Mania. I believe he's going to be the one to dethrone Dom and become the new babyface mega champion. I think that's what's going to happen there.
Okay. So
you know what I would have happen is in that match, because Dom's going to have Judgment Day people there. I would have Chad Gable come out and help Grande Americano win the title. That's what I would do. And then I'd be like, all right.
And then I would hate Chad Gable forever because he messed with Dirty Dom.
Listen, that you are allowed to. I like Dom too, but El Grande Americano is like a living legend down there already.
No, for sure. Isn't that crazy to think?
Yes.
that these two dudes that have
absolutely crazy.
No lucha libre.
This was. We talked about it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right after. This
we talked about
a
Aiden,
joke. Now again, when Gable got hurt and Kaiser took over, the character became a little bit different. Like it was a different. Because when it was the Gable character, it was like, that CGI, that really like hokey. It was a little bit different of a presentation than when Kaiser got it, right? It changed. But then Kaiser went down to Mexico and he really like embraced the culture and embraced everything. And these people were like, I don't know if you saw the footage. They did like a parade for him the day before the show. And he was like crying and shit. It was like, I'm sitting there going, this is unbelievable. This was a character that was making fun of Mexico.
It's like
this was like a ruse. Like it was making fun of Lucha Libre.
It's like,
and he's a legend now.
We were talking NBA. It's the comparison of this is like Jimmer Fredette not being able to, being okay in the NBA, but then going over to China and just being like all world.
It's crazy.
Yeah, like it's like stuff on Marbury going overseas and being like just putting up 50
better than everybody that's over there.
50 points a game, but in the NBA you're just like a B level talent.
It's just
crazy.
I can't believe. It's just one of those things where it's just bananas. But yes, if you're talking about Chad Gable, I Loved everything that happened on Monday. I thought, we had the IC title match, which was really good, between Ray and Penta, which really, really good. They had me believing Ray was going to do it. When he hit the 619 and the splash, Penta kicked out. He went for another one. Penta caught him with the knees. Mexican Destroyer, boom, boom, boom. It's over. And then we see Ethan Page and Rusev attack. And then who came out first? Someone came out. Oh, yeah, Dragon Lee came out, and he got a little bit of offense, and then the numbers game got him. And then it was Chad Gable with the old American Alpha music. He comes out. He's hitting German suplexes, looking like Kurt Angle, hitting those like high holding German suplexes, and crowd's going nuts. And what Rusev did, which got mega heat, was he ripped Ray's mask off.
Yeah, he did.
And the beatdown ripped it right off. And Dragon Lee and all of them are covering him, and they got towels and shit.
Which is hilarious because we know what Rey Mysterio looks like.
Yeah, if you watch late WCW, we easily know what he looks like.
What were they called? The Filthy Animals?
Filthy Animals.
Yeah.
Damn right. You're damn right.
He used to have like horns on his head and shit.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. And then Gable comes out, does his thing, clears the ring, and Gable, after what we saw, mask versus mask, and him giving up the mask and the speech, he kind of looks at Ray's mask the same way he was looking at the Americano mask, and him being the one that gives it back to Ray, I thought was a nice, that was just a good, well-told everything. I thought it was flawlessly done. I really did. And
for the rest of Gable's career, he's going to have these flashbacks to the Grande Americano stuff. He's going to be torn between putting the mask back on and being the man that he wants to be. And then if his career ever goes sideways, they can always, like the Bloodline stuff, just go right back to it.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
He should. That would be a fun little wrinkle, right? Where he's for at least a little while. He's kind of because you're not that game for that long and immediately just flip back. You gotta two-face it a little bit where you're just kind of like
yeah. But I
reaches in a couple matches. He reaches for the head plate or something. And he's like, no.
But I thought, So I think Chad Gable. I think that's been going well. Just continue the momentum. I think this is a real opportunity for like the first time for real to for them to buy in on Chad Gable, and I hope they do. I'll tell you what. If we want to stay on Raw. Both four ways I liked a lot for the Queen and King of the Ring. I liked them both a lot. The women's one was earlier in the show.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. I thought it was good. Liv Morgan wins. I said it last week. I don't think they are going to have Liv Morgan lose until the final round. She's the world champion. I just see her in the finals. And I think it would be cool if it ended up being her and Raquel in the final, and she's like, "Oh, Judgment Day! We're just gonna
figure poking doom, yeah."
And it's her and whatever, and then Raquel actually puts up a fight, and it's like, "Oh shit!" I think that would be cool.
And then, I think in that situation, I think Liv would cheat to win.
Correct.
And then you would get the match. I don't think. I think Liv actually winning the whole thing is better for the story. But that's just me.
But I don't think they're going to go that route. I think they
should.
I think they should too. However, I think they're just going to go Liv versus Io in the finals. And Liv's whole thing is going to be like, well, if I win, I don't have to defend my title at SummerSlam, so I'm just going to win the Queen of the Ring. And then Io's just going to beat her, and then they're going to run it back at SummerSlam, and Liv will. I think that's what they're going to do. Again, it's lazier, but it sounds right. That sounds more up WWE's alley of booking than the Raquel one.
Yeah,
to me.
And it could depend. It could depend on when Stephanie Vacure is cleared to go. Maybe she gets involved or something and costs Liv. And then
the fact that the rumors or whatever they're saying that it's Io and Liv is like the penciled in match, that tells me that Steph might be out for a bit
longer. Yeah, that could be as well.
T. Collins
is now saying, "Hey, congratulations on the move, Auntie."
Yes, very exciting. Congrats on that.
Yeah. There's options. I think that I would prefer that they kind of do this to themselves though, where it's like I love Io and would be a great match, but Raquel and Liv with something on the line.
Yeah,
there's a lot of story there, and like you said, you could go a bunch of different ways with it and get more legs out of it than you're like, oh, Io beats Liv in the final, and she just challenges. Okay, cool. Yeah. But you've been telling this kind of like not dissension, but you've seen Raquel over the last, I'd say this year, in these big moments get a little more and more frustrated when she can't get it done. And then Liv comes back and just kind of reasserts herself. I think it could be the perfect time to pull the trigger on it, but you're right. I don't know if they will.
Yeah, we'll see though. But I liked where we're heading there. Before we get to the men's, I want to stick with the women. I thought that, and I am biased because I love me some Lyra Valkyria. But I thought her and Sol Ruka, that match was awesome.
Yeah.
That was so good on Monday. Sol Ruka's first title defense, and boy, oh boy, did those girls go all out on Monday. That was excellent. Give me more of that from Sol Ruka. And Lyra, to me, continues to be pound for pound, maybe the best in-ring talent in the whole women's division. She's unbelievable, Lyra Valkyria.
She get a good match out of anybody.
Incredible.
And Sol, like we just kind of talked about, we can all like the inexperience factor, right? Like, she had a couple of hiccups and big moments on, with the stuff with Becky, the botched Snow Stash, the stuff with Io. And then, like I said, she had a really good groove, I thought, at the Clash in Italy with Becky. I thought that was a fantastic match. She stacked it up with another good match here with Lyra Valkyria. So maybe those first week jitters, and be completely honest with you, I'm sure 1,000% some veteran or of any type, producer, locker room, took her probably to the side and said, hey, we do believe in you.
Yeah, you're here for a reason.
Do what you do best. We know what you're capable of. You don't have to press. We'll help get you there. And then you put her in a match with Lyra Valkyria, who, like you said, could have a good match with damn near anybody on that roster. And we're talking a completely different tune about Sol Ruka. And I'm glad we are, because we need that in this. We needed that in the women's division as much as we need the men. We need these young stars to rise up, and if she's going to keep putting on matches like that, we could be in for a really fun Intercontinental Championship run. So
100%.
Hell yeah, I'm with you. I thought that was probably the match of the night.
I thought that was the best match on the show for sure.
Yeah, so
I thought it was
good on her for figuring it out. And I've seen the people like start to come around and be like, yeah, maybe it was just because it happens.
Yeah,
this shit. People, I think we as wrestling fans sometimes forget that this is a live. You get one shot at these things. There's not edited takes. Like, you're gonna botch some moves, and it happens to every wrestler on the planet. And it's not the end of the world. It's only a problem when it happens. Like, if it becomes like a problem. But yeah, she did fine. She did great.
Yeah. She was awesome. That match was great. Hi, buddy. Yeah.
I got some thoughts on her counterpart that in NXT, but.
Oh, we can talk some NXT. I watched Tuesday. Well, let's finish because I actually thought that
keep going. I just said
Go ahead.
No, I just said we get that. I definitely have some thoughts on old Tatum Paxley there.
Yeah. So I thought that was the best match of the night overall for my liking was Lyra and Sol, but I thought the men's 4-way, great finish. And let me tell you, I looked at this King of the Ring and I was like, oh, Seth Rollins. And we talked about, I was like, oh, Seth is going to win this King of the Ring.
Yeah.
Seth is going to win. Seth and Roman at SummerSlam makes all the sense in the world. And let me tell you, that fatal 4-way, at the end, it looks like Seth's going to win. And the Vision Theory pulls the ref out, distracts him, and then Braun hits a beautiful spear on Seth. Then it looks like Ricky Saints is going to steal the victory. And then Javon comes out of nowhere and hits the cutter on Ricky Saints. And I loved the little thing of Seth kind of rolling over and like wimpily trying to reach. Like he's like so close to like, can I break this up? But he couldn't because he was done. And Javon Evans. I did not. Let me tell you, I did not see that one coming, Pluggo, but that's the type of shit that I'm talking about right there.
Yeah, that's what keeps you going, and that's You look for it in every tournament. I mean, we just saw it last night on Dynamite with Maya World stealing the win over Sky Blue. Like, but more so with Javon, it's like this is a guy that we're banking on, and this is a guy that kind of got cooled off because some of the other people kind of lapped. I don't want to say lapped him because that seems really shitty, but just like they hit the like Trick Williams and Oba, and then they hit the ground just absolutely running, and they kind of cooled Javon off. So it's a big win for Javon, and like you said, Seth doesn't need this, and it gives him another angle to go get his SummerSlam match. But there's nothing wrong with it. I wouldn't be opposed to Javon Evans, King of the Ring reign.
You're gonna do Javon and Roman?
Right, you're not going to do it, but I wouldn't hate. I wouldn't hate it.
But can I tell?
Would you hate it if we were sitting here in August?
I would love it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. We wouldn't hate it, but they're not going to do it.
You know what they're going to do? I think finally, I think LA Knight's going to win this King of the Ring. I think they're actually. Who's going to be? Oba?
They just pin him in the last minute. Fuck.
I think they're actually going to go with LA Knight here. I swear, I think
you're
they're
not going. You know.
I think Brock is going to cost Oba.
You think so?
Yes. Although, for all the dumb stuff he says, I actually didn't hate. I saw something that Bully Ray said on Busted Open, where he said he would have Oba win the King of the Ring, and him getting the #1 contendership to the world title is the thing that gets Brock interested in fighting Oba. And he said that he would have the Saturday night main event be Oba. Brock and Oba. If Brock loses, Korea's done. If Brock wins, he gets the #1 contendership from Oba. And then
do that on night
2 would be Oba and Roman.
Yeah, you could do
and
that.
I was like, that's actually, he says a lot of dumb stuff most of the time, but I was like, that's actually something that I would be cool. Like, I feel like that would, but Oba would have to win both, which isn't, I don't think Roman's losing that title until next year's Mania minimum, which is, they're talking about trying to get The Rock again to fucking Saudi for Mania, you know, and then they're like, oh, well, if The Rock can't do it, Oba's the backup plan. Motherfucker, Oba should be plan A, B, and C.
The Rock should be the backup plan if Oba gets injured or something.
Doing?
God forbid.
What are we doing, man? You
don't do that, because I hate that every road to WrestleMania. Like, what if The Rock shows up? We got to throw all these other plans out the window. It's like, oh, God. And then listen, and I like The Rock, and I think, whatever, but does he have a place right now in the... What benefit do we have at this stage in the game of a Rock versus Roman match? It would just be
none.
huge.
There is none.
The Rock, listen, you know, we saw he did the WrestleMania 40 thing.
My thing even more than that is like, cool if you want to do that match, like that's a spectacle of a match. That match doesn't need to have a title on the line at all.
Of course not.
At all. The title is head of the table. The tribal that's the title, because again, for most of Roman's first reign, that was more fucking important than being the champion, was being the tribal chief.
Yeah, that Ula Fala.
That Ula Fala and being the head of the table and being the tribal chief was portrayed as being way more important than being the WWE champion. So they can fight for that.
Yeah. And listen, Rock, you don't need to be head of the table. You're not out there every
what you need to do is acknowledge me on our birthdays.
Yeah, you should. The Rock, you should do that, man. You should shout out old JPJ here on his birthday. Like, what are you doing?
Is this? But I actually think Fernando says it. They did the promo earlier in the night with Jay again, and I will say, this is the most interested I've been in Jey Uso since the original Bloodline stuff. Because he's like a loose cannon, and Jimmy's like the cool guy, but Jimmy's always getting pushed aside, and Jay's still getting all the opportunities. But like Jay, that's why I think it's going to be LA Knight and Roman at Summers, because I think this whole thing is building to that.
If it can get LA Knight to shut up about Roman Reigns, that'd be great. Because right now, that's all he's talking about. That's all he's consumed with.
Which is why he's going to win the King of the Ring,
right?
So he can fight.
Yeah, it would be great. Because I'm like, look, LA Knight, like I get it and all, but like unless you're going to step to Roman, there's not. You got to cut the head off the snake, my dude, and you got to do it. So he has to win.
I mean, he's gonna lose that world title match again, which it is what it is. But like,
that's true.
But whatever. Like again,
people would be happy.
Yeah,
At least he got the shot. Yeah, listen. I'm with you too. I like LA Knight too. We got
the guy is over as hell. Just treat him like so. What are we doing? I don't. I would like to see him win a world title sometime. It doesn't have to be long, but like just so I know, because I feel like he should be. He's at that level. I'm sorry, he is.
Yeah.
But like, at least let him get to the dance, man. If the girl doesn't pick him, then that's fine. But let him get to the dance.
He's danced
crying out loud.
He's danced
crying out loud.
He's danced a couple of times.
But so I think we have it's Oba and Dom in the semifinal on one side. And then it's Javon is going to face the winner of Friday, and Friday is Jey Uso, LA Knight.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm going to blank on the other two. Jey Uso, LA Knight.
I'm blanking on it. Now you're.
Yeah, damn it, I'm an idiot. I don't know, but whoever wins the one, it's going to be. Here's the thing: it's going to be one of those two guys. But like, yeah, whoever wins that match tomorrow night on SmackDown will face Javon Evans in the semifinal. So if you're going to get, I think the finals is going to be LA Knight and Dom.
LA Knight and Dom. That would be fun.
Because I could see Brock costing Oba in the semifinal and not the final.
Royce Keys and Finn Balor.
There we go. Oh, can we
talk about Royce Keys and how they don't do anything with him? Sure.
Yeah, and how Tala Tonga pinned him.
Yeah, sure.
What the fuck is that?
We can talk about it.
No, nothing against Tala Tonga, fine, but what the hell?
Yeah.
What is that?
I listen, and the grass is not always greener on the other side. Do I ever fault a person for making a decision for themselves? No, I do not. I think if that's where you want to be, go ahead. It's your life, not mine. I look at the way that they have done Royce Keys since he started there, and I'm like, he was doing so much more in AEW. And Tony Khan clearly liked him and had a vision for him. But again, I don't fault people for going, I want to go to the top company. I want to see if I can make it there, because that's a lot of these people's dreams. But yeah, they got to find they've got to find a vision for him that we can at least start seeing some kind of something out of him. Like they did. They started it, then they stopped it. Then he was gone for a while. Then he came back to some fan, and it was like, and then he's losing to one of the MFTs. And like, come on. But hey, whatever. That's why I don't book the shows. Justice for LA Knight. Hopefully.
Wait, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hopefully, I mean,
he should have won the Money in the Bank last year. He didn't. Yeah. How do we feel about Money in the Bank being in October?
I was gonna segue into that.
I don't hate it,
because
that's like October Mania is like
it's
a good
traditionally in July, so usually it's in July or so, and then I like that you could do it in October now, and then like you said, it kind of butts up to Mania, and it doesn't feel like they're holding it for too long, because you had this problem in July where a lot of the cash-ins would happen at SummerSlam pretty quick, and you're like, this one you can get some legs to it, because they do Survivor Series. Could you imagine a cash-in at the end of like a War Games?
I'm saying. Could you imagine a cash-in in like a like some sort of Royal Rumble situation?
You could do the Royal Rumble. Now the Royal Rumble, it's fresher in the mind. Yeah, you could do some. You could do some fun stuff. Plus, like you said, there's not a lot going on in December, so if you wanted to, you could always have that looming. I don't hate it. I feel bad for New Orleans, who was like, we're
supposed to get WrestleMania.
Yeah, we're getting a WrestleMania. Oh, psych!
They've had plenty though. They've had plenty.
But hey, listen, they're not getting but yeah, I'm cool with it. I like I actually, I got to be completely honest, I kind of hated the whole 4th of July weekend Money in the Bank. So I'm like, I want to be outside doing stuff.
Yeah, it's fair.
I had to take the TV outside last year and sit it out while I was grilling. And they're like, what are you doing? And I was like, I got to watch this show. So at least in October, I ain't doing anything.
Yeah,
but I know of maybe football. I mean, football will be on, but
sure will, baby. Sure will, baby.
Yeah, that's right.
Football
season's coming up. But yeah, I don't know what else you want to talk about on Raw, but I felt like I'm happy that we're going back to normal time next week.
Yeah, I am too.
I listen. I'm an old man. I don't like to have to stay up super late, but I don't get home until Raw's almost over when it's at 2:00. So I'm like, bummer. So now I can sit back down and watch some wrestling, get back after it. I wanted to talk a little NXT. I didn't watch everything last week, but I noticed that Zarya won the North American Championship, which I still contest. She should be your NXT Women's Champion. No disrespect to Lola, but they had it right there with Soul. But finally, she's got some gold, which I saw the reports that Tatum Paxley said goodbye to a bunch of people last night as if she's moving on from NXT.
Like to the main roster.
Right. So my question to you is, where would you put her and what would you do with her? Judgment Day. I'm trying to end the Judgment Day. You're trying to add members?
Yeah.
Ryan Sullivan, did I watch everything last week? What does everything consist of to you? Because I will tell you, Ryan Sullivan, I did not watch everything last week.
I would put her in the Judgment Day. I would have her be Roxanne's pal. And then I would you kind of go from there.
Roxanne's pal. But she has that history with Lyra. And then if you noticed on Monday night.
Yeah, there was some friction with her and Bailey.
And then you interject an old friend into the mix. Because listen, I
prefer that.
Okay, because I love Lyra and Bailey's dynamic. I think it's a lot of fun, but I also know that it's not something that we could probably do forever. And eventually we're going to have that split of some type where maybe Bailey's like, I'm going to go chase some gold and now you have this new friend. That could be something. I don't know if they'll amicably split them, but that's where I think you could interject Tatum right away and do the whole, because she's, in storyline, she's kind of crazy, she's kind of kooky, and Lyra could be like, I already have one of these friends up here on the main roster. She's kind of kooky, but I don't know if I have room for two, and then you could get some fun stuff there. But I mean, Judgment Day, if you want to do it, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
I actually think last week, Ryan, I watched the least amount of wrestling I watched in a while.
Wow.
I had a few days where I just was like, I caught up on what I needed to catch up on, and I just had a busy week last week. But this week I did pretty good. I watched some stuff.
Yeah.
Summer this time of year is tough, man. I cram in what I can. But speaking of cramming in, cram that like button, that subscribe button. Feel free to drop.
Some of us are just dedicated to the game, Pluggo.
Hey, listen, I'm dedicated to other games that sometimes have to take precedent.
Yeah.
So I didn't see everything. I saw everything.
You saw Mason Rook lost.
I did see that. And
is it not Naraku? Naraku.
I gotta say, I saw this guy, and I don't ever.
Evil.
I follow him on socials, and I'll have to figure out who it is. He's very anti a certain company. He's anti AEW a lot, but he was also kind of like, and I keep a tab on him because sometimes I was like, what crazy thing you got to say today? But he made a point. He was like, did we bury Mason Rook out the gate? Did we have to book this match?
Well, Cam Hendricks kind of screwed him, right? That's what happened.
Right. So they did it in a way where it's not like
the answer is no. They didn't have to book this match.
That's what I'm getting at. Did we have to do this right out the gate with a guy? Now listen, where Mason Rook, he had that weird debut where people were like, "Who's the fat guy? What the hell's going on here?" And people were, but he did the 180 and he absolutely is crushed. And there's nothing else for him to do. We had to put him in this spot right away with a guy that we think is going to be the guy that dethrones Tony D.
I don't know. Yeah,
it was a weird decision, but hey.
And then what now? So now he is the challenger at. What's the pay-per-view coming up for them?
Great American Bash.
Great American Bash.
It's going to counter program the AEW Forbidden Door.
Oh yeah, that's right. So
Next-
I won't be watching that.
Not next weekend, but the following weekend. It's that
Yeah.
big. Like there's 4.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a preview palooza.
Did I see? Yeah, we'll have to get some people. Did I see you're going to Slammiversary? Did you get it?
The option is out there. I'm still deciding whether I want to or not.
Oh, okay.
But I believe the option is out there.
Nice. Yeah, that week, that Beards, we'll have to get some people. We'll have to get maybe a couple people to run through.
Preview palooza.
There's we haven't done a preview palooza in a while.
Yeah,
because there's so many goddamn shows.
Yeah. I will say on NXT, if you can go out of your way, the Kalani Jordan and Kendall Gray match was very good.
That was another match that this guy was like, did we need to book this one too? This was a lose as well.
It was, but
it's
very
awesome.
good. It was a number 1 contenders match for the world title, which Zarya should be having. But Kendall Gray won. And it was a very, very good match. It was a very, very good match. So if you have a little bit of time, I would go watch that match.
I thought NXT was solid overall from what I saw. I didn't watch the whole show, but I saw what I needed to see. But yeah, I just was like, Tatum, wonder what we do with her. The Mason Rook thing, that was an interesting decision. I'm surprised they went that quick with it, but hey, what do I know? That's why we're here. Yeah, that's why I'm here and not in the writers' room down in Florida.
Yeah, but I mean, look, Zarya needed to win something.
Yeah, she absolutely did, and I'm glad she did. I just thought the heights that her and Soul went to, that should have been for that women's title, and that should have been Soul's swan song out of the game. But she gets the North American Championship, and hey, that's fine too. Good for her. Fuck Ringside News.
I mean, I guess
I'm just gonna say that on air. Sorry.
Oh well, yeah, of course.
Sorry. That was really weird. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I think
I'm not even gonna acknowledge it.
I'm gonna say good on Zarya. I'm interested to see what they do if they move Tatum out of there. They just move. They're in a weird spot, man. NXT is in this weird transition where they've got people that just aren't quite ready for those opportunities, but you don't have anybody else. So who Kalani Jordan should be the one, I guess, to challenge Zarya in theory, right? Because Kendall will challenge Lola, and then
you could
just
slot. Well, Zarya is a heel, though, right?
Yeah, and so is Kalani. But who else is ready to go down there? Lockwood, dude. Give me Lockwood versus Zarya, dude.
Rinkowski's hurt, right?
I think she's hurt.
She's hurt. She would have been someone that could have a fun feud with her. What about Nikita Lyons?
You could do Nikita. You could do Izzy Dame, I guess.
Izzy Dame, but that'd be heel on heel kind of thing. But
well, maybe it's time we throw that old adage out the book and just go 2 heels facing each other because they got a lot of heels in NXT.
Did you see the Mr. NXT pageant at all with your boy Shiloh?
I did not, but I saw that he won.
It was a 3-round affair. He lost the first round though. Tristan Angels went up 1-0 on the attire portion.
Checks out. That dude dresses like a fucking stud.
Yeah, but then in the special talent for this is where Shiloh evened it up. He solved a Rubik's Cube in 1 minute, and it took him 15 seconds to do it.
I actually tweeted out. It's just funny. I tweeted out like a couple weeks ago that if you told me that I had from now to the rest of my life to solve a Rubik's Cube, and that was my only job, the only thing, I couldn't do it.
Yeah. I did like to see. Aaron Rourke was one of the judges here, and I thought that was really good because that guy should be on TV. You want to talk about like they're in a trend, that guy is somebody who can come in and like find a role real quick. He's really good. He's really good. So Shiloh Hill says that his talent is he can solve a Rubik's Cube in 1 minute, and it takes him like 15 seconds to do so. So then he does another talent, which is he grabs a really big yo-yo with 2 sticks, and he's doing some tricks with it. And then Angels kind of shoves him away, and says like, "Oh, solving a Rubik's Cube is no big deal." He's like, "I can do that too." And he tries to do it, and it goes way past time, and it was this thing, and
I resonate more with Tristan Angels on that one.
Yeah.
Anybody in the chat ever solve a Rubik's Cube? Be honest, honor system here.
I have not.
I listen. We have some in the break room at work, and every once in a while I'll grab it, mess around with it, and like, I'm just like, how?
Yeah.
How do people like? I guess you could peel the stickers off and just do it that way. But yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Ella J's in the chat. We're doing absolutely well. Ella, have you ever solved a Rubik's Cube? Ella's been killing it, dude. She's had an interview with Emily J go down. Ella's killing it, man. Oh, Scott said that he has. How long did it take you, Scott?
15 seconds.
15 seconds. You see those kids that just like pick it up and they go.
Have you watched like there's a Netflix documentary on that?
No, but I'm gonna watch it now.
Dude, it's like 45 minutes. Immediate. They're like, and I'm just like, wait a minute.
You're like, what? I haven't even got it out of the packaging.
I look at that and I go, that's not even. You're not even using your brain. You just know.
That's like muscle memory.
That's not because you're smart. Like it is because you're smart. But that's just that. That's not. No,
it took him forever. Jesus.
But
yeah, shout out to Shiloh Hill. He's Mr. NXT. He's also Mr. Confusing and definitely have not solved.
Yeah, I mean, me neither.
That checks
me neither.
out.
Me neither.
Never. And listen, like I said, you could sit one in front of me and be like, "You have the rest of your life to figure this out." I would never figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be like, no idea.
National Corn on the Cob Day, Zach says. Welcome to the chat, Zach.
Pluggo, I heard that you eat corn on the cob the long way.
The long way, he said. Oh, hey, listen, whatever. Eating it's eating, and I don't care.
That is one. I've seen that sign.
Auntie's never solved it. Drew said he tried it for 20 seconds. Yeah.
20 seconds? Then, that's not enough time.
And then like Ryan said, he just pulls the colors off, like I said.
Okay.
Can't see Elton Prince when I see Tristan Angels. Can't see Elton Prince when I see Tristan Angels.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'll have to go back and watch this NXT.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Mr. NXT. But again, like I said, we got some new people in the chat, some old friends. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Feel free to drop a super chat. Like I said, every super chat that we get in the month of June will go to the charity Friends of Ruby. So if you want to, get some questions, comments, statements there, we are donating all of that to a great LGBTQ community cause.
Yeah. Ella says she doesn't eat corn.
What? What do you got against corn? I love corn.
I love
Remember when the corn kid was a huge, big lump of knobs? It's got the juice. It's got the... I never got sick of that kid.
What the hell you're talking about?
Oh, dude, look up Corn Kid on, just look him up, the Corn Kid.
Corn Kid?
The Corn Kid. Oh, my God. They did this interview with this little kid, and they were like, what do you like about corn? And he's like, corn? It's the greatest thing on the planet. And then it spiraled into song. Oh, dude, Corn Kid rules.
All right. I'm not doubting it. Elote is life. I love me.
Got the juice.
I love me some elote. Corn Pops we got in the chat. Corn Pops. Is that real corn? Corn Pops? I don't think so.
The cereal?
Corn Pops are delicious, though. Corn Pops are delicious.
You want to hear speaking of corn, or Corn Pops, speaking of cereal, Mrs. Pluggo was doing a crossword the other day, and she's like, what's a cereal? A 3-letter word for cereal that has no vowels. And I was like, what? And I'm like, going through
3-letter word for cereal that has no vowels?
Yeah, what is a 3-letter word for cereal with no vowel? And guess what? The answer is not an actual cereal. It's just you spell cereal without the vowels in it. I was like, this crossword is stupid. I sat there and I was like, Cocoa Puffs, Fruity Puffs. I was like going down the list of this.
I would have thrown that magazine or whatever it was in the trash immediately. What the hell is that? She paid for that?
It was on her phone, so I'm glad she didn't throw her phone because we can't afford those kind of.
No, but what the hell is that?
Corn Pops are delicious. They sound good right now. Mrs. Pluggo, if you're still watching, pick up some Corn Pops on your way home.
Yeah,
I'll eat a bowl right now.
Yeah, I can one of the most unique textures. Nothing else tastes like not tastes. Feels like nothing else feels like corn. You have a corn pop and you're like, there's nothing else that feels that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like you eat corn pops the long way.
It's crunchy but soft. It's very bizarre, a corn pop, but it's delicious.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Have you ever had them without milk? It's like
I don't.
Sticky.
I don't raw dog cereal. We have that not argument.
First of all, you can't raw dog every cereal, but there are certain, like you could raw dog Cheerios.
No, ew.
Yeah, you could.
No, gross.
Honey Nut Cheerios, delicious.
You said Cheerios. You can't.
Yeah, but all Cheerios, delicious. All Cheerios.
The basic Cheerios are not delicious.
They are delicious, and they're good for your heart.
You know what's good for your heart? Love.
Oh, fuck. Come on.
What are you anti-love, dude?
No, of course.
What, you got something against love, bro?
No.
It has the juice. It has the juice. Or it snows.
Well,
it's the most wonderful thing.
Ryan, I do agree to an extent, but Pluggo is very anti.
I am anti eating cereal plain
without milk.
Yeah, it's got to. Yeah, I'm not.
See,
no.
Ella's on my side. Raw Cheerios. She's calling them raw.
A broken clock is right twice a day. Ella can have a moment.
You ever had just Frosted Flakes?
Yeah,
delicious.
But I gotta have.
I'm not saying it's not better, proper style.
No, I don't do that.
Frosted
I've never
Frosted mini wheats. Just kind of popping them in, the little minis, popping them right in.
Where's Blair when we need him? Because this is something we argue about on Sundays or Saturdays. Here, I'm texting him right now.
Why is he a cereal raw dog?
And he gets mad at me because I tell him I think that's crazy.
I think Auntie is right though. I think Auntie is right. Cereal is great either way, wet or dry.
But here's the thing. I never walk into my pantry and go, let me stick my hand in this box of cereal and take a pull.
Decorum. You live with a family. You should have some decorum. You could pour it into a cup, or you could pour it into your palm. You could pour it into your palm. Just fucking crawling in there. Lord knows. Drew is saying that Frosted Flakes might be the only cereal he could. It's one of the best. Rice Krispies, delicious.
Plain ass Rice Krispies. That just feels, and then the roof for your mouth, bro.
You will not talk negative about Rice Krispies.
You're talking. What are you, 97 years old? You're like
Rice Krispies.
Plain Cheerios, plain Rice Krispies.
Brother, I'm not having like, what do they call it? Like brand, what is it?
Bran flakes,
corn nuts, what the fuck is it?
Great nuts.
I'm not talking about that. Rice Krispies.
I love a nice grape nuts in the morning with some sliced banana on top. I also
are you calling me 70 years old?
This is fun. Rice Krispies treat cereal was awesome.
Well, yeah, I don't doubt it. I don't think I ever had it. I don't doubt it. But regular Rice Krispies are awesome on their own.
I'm never walking into the cereal aisle going, let me grab that box of plain ass Rice Krispies.
You don't want to hear that snap crackle pop?
That's all sizzle and no steak, brother.
That is not true at all. It is a delicious.
That does nothing to the flavor. The snap crackle and pop. That's marketing.
I don't care. It tastes good regardless.
It does not. You have to put something on it.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't. I have a sophisticated palate. I don't need anything on my Rice Krispies. All I need is that sweet nectar of milk on there. That's all I need. That's all I need. Special K, also very good. All forms.
Absolutely
all
absurd.
Forms. The strawberry form, delicious. The vanilla almond is my favorite. But I love a good Special K.
Special K is not
It's like
good.
cornflakes. You don't like cornflakes?
No.
See,
I'll eat them.
You can't be 10 forever, Pluggo.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You don't tell me what I can.
Shredded wheat. You want to call me 85? I'm not eating shredded wheat.
What the fuck, Ella?
Yeah, she's got it right.
Whoa.
She's got it right. Tell me when she's telling lies.
I'm just saying, nobody walks down the cereal aisle that is like 60 items deep. It's like, let me get plain Cheerios, let me get Rice Krispies, and let me get the plain cornflakes. Y'all crazy, dude. Crunch Berries. Now that's what we're talking about, Marie. Crunch Berries, baby.
Those 3 cereals that you just desecrated.
I'm not picking
Those
them.
are 3 of the more core cereals in the history of cereal. So I disagree with your statement.
Cornflakes or Frosted Flakes? Which one are you going with first?
Well, Frosted Flakes.
Okay, then point proven. Cornflakes is inferior to the frosted version.
Okay. But I'm not taking no frosted Rice Krispies. I'm taking regular Rice Krispies. Honey Nut Cheerios.
Cocoa Rice Krispie treats. Now we're talking.
I don't need. First of all, I don't.
What?
If I'm doing a chocolate cereal, it's Cocoa Puffs or nothing. It's Cocoa Puffs for me. Okay. But I'm not a big. I don't.
Fair.
Nah. Lucky Charms.
I'm still not over this comment, dude. I'm so mad.
Though you look at the next one. Auntie came on.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know if Auntie can trust me to begin with. She's more of a Mrs. Pluggo gal than a Mr. Pluggo gal. So I don't know, but I love Auntie. But Crunch Berries. Drew wants to know if anybody's still eating Lucky Charms, and I gotta say, as I've grown older and as I've become an adult, Lucky Charms overrated as fuck.
I thought Lucky Charms was overrated my whole life.
Dude, it's just stale. The marshmallows.
The marshmallows are trash.
They're trash. The cereal, it doesn't hold up well in a bowl of milk.
No, it is not a great cereal at all. Fruit Loops, excellent. Excellent. Fruit Loops.
Reese's Puffs, hell yeah. I can get down with some Reese's Puffs.
Fruit Loops are excellent if you want a little healthier version of the Fruit Loops.
That I know.
What the hell is that?
Tornado warning is in effect in your area till 10:15. Okay. I didn't
turn that shit off.
Hold on, it's one of those things that it just happens on your phone. You don't. Not up to me.
Turn that shit off. I don't care.
Maybe they were. Maybe it looks like it said your cereal takes were. We're having a
no. That's what it's saying. It's saying you don't like Rice Krispies. We're blowing your house away.
I'm just saying. Okay, regular Cheerios or Honey Nut Cheerios? Which one are you picking first?
Honey Nut first.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying. You're sitting here acting like that these three cereals I'm talking about are gods, when in actuality their offsprings are better. The offshoot of the it's better.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that those are bad cereals.
If I'm not picking you first, then you're not as good. So
Auntie. I'm a fan of all the Cheerios. Apple cinnamon Cheerios, delicious. Yeah, cinnamon nut, delicious. The honey nut Cheerios, in my opinion, is the second greatest cereal ever made.
This could be why I have a weight problem. But
we're adults. We're not supposed to be Cheerios. You can have. First of all, that wasn't me, Scott. So pipe down. You should be saying that to Pluggo. Did you get one? We live near each other. Did you get a fucking tornado thing? That's not us, Scott. Jesus.
Mrs. Pluggo is on the way home, so drive safe. Oh, it's coming up again. Indy and
dude, you better mute that. I don't care. I don't care what's going on in you. Make sure the kids are strapped in. They got the seatbelts on up there.
You know what sucks about this whole situation is I got a car wash yesterday, and of course it's going to rain today.
Yeah, you should never.
Damn it.
That's how it goes.
I'm just raisin. Who Maria? Nobody's. You eat Raisin Bran?
I have had Raisin Bran. It's not my favorite, but I think it gets a bad rap for the most part.
Yeah, I guess it's fair.
I think it gets a bad rap. It's not the worst.
All right, I'll give you that one.
It gets a bad rap. It gets a bad rap.
JPJ said I have to have kids. He's been saying I have to have kids for 5 years.
Damn right. You're damn right I have. Captain Crunch is excellent. I would agree. I wouldn't say it's maybe the GOAT. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, for me, is the GOAT of all the time.
Fire.
Honey Nut Cheerios are close 1A. Though I think those are the 2 best cereals ever made. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Fruity Pebbles or something.
My
point is,
we're adults. We can't eat cereal when you pass like 25. It's not good for you.
Yeah,
it's not good.
So Count Chocula, we're going down the whole. You can't eat. Now we're Boo-Berry.
Now we're just going down the whole aisle.
Yeah, we are.
Boo-Berry.
Yeah, we are, dude.
What about Kicks?
Kicks?
Remember Kicks?
Kicks got a little bit of a sweetness to them, like a little. It's like a very faint, which is fine.
Can I tell you which? So,
but I ain't going Kicks either.
I like all Captain Crunch. The original is good, sweet, delicious, crunchy. The Crunch Berries are also excellent. There you go. Mrs. Pluggo just said tornado. Yeah, we heard them.
Yeah, they went off. I could hear, and then
we heard them. I think a third of our audience might be deaf in one ear.
But feel free to come on down for the AEW portion of the evening.
Yes, we're gonna get into that.
Mrs. Pluggo would boost these ratings on Heartbeat. She's a smoke show, dude. She's got some
Crunch,
cereal takes.
Captain Crunch Peanut Butter Crunch. Excellent. Wow.
I love you, Drew.
Wow.
That's great.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Wheaties
Pride Month of all things, he said something like that. Doesn't like fruity cereal.
Wheaties don't have. I mean,
what the hell?
Wheaties, man. I haven't had Wheaties. And
now, if you want to get on somebody for liking a boring ass cereal, you can get on Maria because Wheaties can kiss my ass.
She just said, Maria just said Wheaties the breakfast.
That is technically true. That's technically
She did not state that she liked or disliked. She just put the slogan out there. I think she just added the conversation. Don't go at Maria like that.
Wheaties was like, how do we make a worse version of cornflakes? And then just put an athlete on the box so everyone buys it.
You know when cornflakes are at their best? When you crunch them up and bread your chicken with them, bro. You ever done that? You ever had cornflakes?
I'm not going to have any cornflakes slander, all right? Cornflakes are good. Do you like Chex? Like Chex, like the Chex cereal? Honey Chex is good.
Yeah, Chex is fun. Maybe I'm just not a plain cereal guy.
No shit.
Maybe
no shit. Really? No way.
If you put a bowl of
trash about every plain cereal in the history of mankind.
Hey, plain cereals. Step your game up and put some sugar on that shit.
Do you know why? Do you know what needed to walk so Frosted Flakes could run? Cornflakes, motherfucker.
Yeah, but then that motherfucker got lapped 6 ways.
Some fat fuck is never like, we should frost these.
That's my hero.
Put some sugar on these. That's probably good, huh?
To the person who decided that cereals should be sugared, frosted, and covered in other shit, you are my goat. Because I love cereal.
First of all, they're not alive anymore.
You know what?
They're not alive anymore. They died of diabetes a long time ago.
I acknowledge them as my tribal chief.
Alpha Bits, I think it was called, Maria. It's called Alpha Bits.
Yeah, Alpha Bits, yeah. They had a plain, nasty cardboard tasting version.
All right, how about this? But before we get off, because we do need to talk about Dynamite, because I thought Dynamite was fun last night. Opinions on
honeycomb.
Honeycomb wasn't waffle. They were like honeycomb.
They had a waffle.
You know what was a really? Too. But you know what was a really? I don't know what they call them now, but when they were younger, Sugar Smacks, hated them. Did not like the Sugar Smacks.
Frog.
It had a frog.
They had a weird, the weird consistency.
Didn't like them. But they were super popular.
Once the sweetness went away, it was trash.
But they changed. Yes, that's what happened, right? They changed the.
I'm saying,
Smacks, they became something else, and now I don't even think
they didn't want to because they didn't want to market it to kids, even though that's what they were doing.
Cereal, bro.
Any cereal.
Yeah. I was also a big fan of the mini frosted mini wheats. I love the frosted mini wheats. Love them. And now they have things have gotten too complicated for me because I'm old. Like Pop-Tarts when we were growing up, strawberry, blueberry, brown sugar, cinnamon. That was it. That was what you chose from. Now you take the corner and it's like banana split. I'm like, what the hell? What are we doing? And I
can eat an entire box of Pop-Tarts.
But now they have cereals that they have Pop-Tart cereal.
No, I know. They're getting wild in the game.
And I'm just like, what has happened? What's the Wild Wild West out here?
You know what one of the best cereals I've had over the last year is that Justin Jefferson mix where it was like strawberry.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it was like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, strawberry Cheerios, and something else, and it was phenomenal. It made no sense on paper, but it was great. I wish I could find it. I'll have to see if they still make it. Yeah, Justin Jefferson, anyway. Jetta's mix, bro.
How do you feel about the oatmeal? The oatmeal.
I like oatmeal. Oatmeal's fine. I gotta,
I like oatmeal.
I gotta throw a little. I can't. I mean, plain
I usually
oatmeal.
put some maple syrup or something,
Yeah,
nuts in it or something like that.
You know which oatmeal I miss, and I want some is the dinosaur egg one, where the dinosaur eggs would dissolve, dude. Back in the day. Now I gotta see. Do they even make that anymore?
Unbelievable. You know what I was talking about? You know what I was talking about the other day?
Your co-host is gonna die of diabetes one day, and you're gonna be like,
I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I don't have a little bit of the sugar. Of course.
Which is weird because I
we're
don't.
Big boys, we got the sugar. It's part of it.
Which is weird because I don't have like the biggest sweet tooth in the world.
I don't either.
That's weird, but I like my sugary stuff. But
with that,
you know
what yeah.
Go ahead. With that being said,
I was gonna say. With that being said, went out for ice cream for the first time on the season this week. It's been hot.
Yeah, it is.
And do you remember the Flintstone Push Pops?
Of course.
They don't make those anymore, right?
I don't think so. If they do, it's
Damn
a different.
shame.
I don't know if they do or not. I'll have to check.
Those were delicious.
Push Pops, man.
Those were delicious. Oh, I'm still a sucker. Every week I go to the grocery store. I don't always buy like ice cream or ice cream novelty stuff, but I always buy popsicles. Always. That never stopped. I never stopped buying popsicles.
I bought a lemon cheesecake ice cream, and I don't buy a lot of ice cream either. The other day, I had one bowl of it. And my kids ate the rest of it.
Of course.
All I thought about all day was coming home to that ice cream because I was like, it was really good. I want another bowl of this. I go to the fridge. I go, what the fuck?
Yeah, gone.
What happened? Whoa! And then my son's like, we ate it. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Just tell me how to grab more on the way home.
Yep. Yeah, I love a good popsicle. The Outshine is the company. Delicious, man. Their lemon or lime. Oh my god.
Yeah, nothing hits like a nice popsicle on a hot day.
Italian ice. Sometimes you can go get an Italian ice. Beauty.
You know what doesn't hit? That opening to Dynamite.
You didn't like it, huh?
I fucking hated it.
You didn't like, what was it? Tommy's
mommy.
You know who did like it? Our pal Tom.
I know, Tom. Well, maybe because his name is Tom.
Maybe.
Shout out to Tom. Listen, here, you say what you want. I love Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah, I don't think he should be losing to Chris Jericho.
I love Chris Jericho. I think he's one of the all-time greats. This is on an NBA Finals Wednesday. When you're going up against that, this is not how you open your show. You don't do this corny stuff that we see on the other programs to open your show. If you want to do this at 9:00, go ahead. Do it at 9:15. I don't care. You opened your show with this, where I was already like, am I going to sit in and like lock into this show, or am I going to venture off and watch something else? And listen, this is that's corny. It was real corny to me. Tommy, Tommaso. Like,
yeah, I get it. No,
do we need this? Like, Chris Jericho's the king of reinventing himself. What is he reinventing himself into being annoying? Because he's just like Tommy's mommy, Tommy. It's like, dude, come on, bro. I don't understand it. And yes, Tommaso Ciampa should not lose to Jericho. He's
going to though.
I know. And
I would think Jericho's winning this feud probably. Which I don't agree with that. I don't hate the pairing of Ciampa and Jericho.
No, I think the matches are going to be fine. I just hated that. I just hated that segment last night.
Fair. Yeah, it wasn't the strongest. I thought, a week earlier you had game 1 of the NBA Finals, and you started your show off with the world title match with Rush and MJF.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I thought that was the way to go. Like, you should have started off with.
But they don't do the super corny back and forth promo shit often in AEW. That's not their style. Mm-hmm. And this was like what you'd see on the other pro. You're just like, that's what we're going with. You're calling him Tommy, and he's like, well, nobody calls me Tommy. Why are you getting mad about that?
It wasn't the best.
Why are you getting mad, Tommaso? Like,
it definitely wasn't the best.
You're a psycho killer, but somebody calling you Tommy gets under your skin, bro.
Yeah.
That's your Achilles heel. Okay, I was like, come on, reel it back in. I thought the rest of the show was fine.
We saw Darby come back.
Yeah, of course. Is New York worth it? God damn.
I didn't hate it.
I didn't hate it either.
Kevin Knight saying, he joined the Callis family so he can become Kevin Two Belts. He also mentioned, like, on a side thing, he was like, that signing bonus was quite good too. So, he threw that in there. He actually called out MJF
But Darby's music hit, and Darby hits him from behind with the skateboard, runs, and then he yells, "Hope New York was worth it! Hope New York was worth it, bitch!" And then he went for a coffin drop, and Knight got out of there. And so that was good. I thought that was fine. And then I'll tell you what. All of a sudden, it's Jon Moxley versus Shane Taylor, and I'm like, well, who did I please?
Yeah,
who did I please? Good stuff. My kind of match. I like the whole, everybody getting involved, and now we have a big 10-person tag that they're filming. Collision's live tonight. Is it live tonight?
It's being
taping for Saturday, right?
Because I asked a certain gentleman friend of ours to join the show today, and he's at the taping. When Riccicino, he said he'll join us at another time. I didn't realize I thought they were doing the whole thing last night.
Yeah,
and I wanted to talk to him about it because he was in Cincinnati. Yeah. I actually like that too, and I like the way that the Shane Taylor promotion's got the upper hand kind of on the Death Riders, because you don't usually see that, especially with, and this isn't a knock, a lower level faction.
Yeah.
So hopefully this is a springboard to build Shane Taylor promotions up, because they have a lot of good stuff there, and so we'll see that on Saturday.
Yep.
It's probably going on right now because it's 9:40, and I'm imagining that's probably your main event.
I would think so. Coming to Boston next month, AEW.
Boston,
on the Dynamite and Collision thing. I probably won't go to the Collision because I'll be here. But
you can go. I can ask Ryan Sullivan to join us, and we can talk about the 76ers and the Eagles.
Why the fuck would you do that? Why the fuck would you do that? The Eagles, the guy with the quarterback, the team with the quarterback who can't throw. Anyway.
Yeah, well, they're coming to Indiana in September. They're coming back down to Fishers, so I'm excited for that.
Wait,
Dynamite.
Oh, Dynamite.
I'm getting one. I'm not getting one. Yeah, I'm not getting one till September.
I'm sorry, Sullivan. I don't do it to you, but it's going to be AJ Brown hasn't had a real quarterback in like his whole career, so it's going to be amazing when he actually gets one this year to see what he actually can do. Ryan Tannehill and what is it, Jalen Hurts? Give me a fucking break.
Right,
give me a break. Now he's got a guy that can actually throw a football downfield, so we'll see. But anyway, I digress. We'll talk about football when football comes, huh?
Sure.
Yeah, my team's gonna.
What else from Dynamite stood out to you? There's a couple of things.
There was good. You know what I didn't? Okay, I understood why it happened, and again, I'm not anti this fella. I actually like this fella a lot. Don't need Pac losing a match like that on Dynamite. Like, I feel like Mark Briscoe could have fought somebody else in that spot and not somebody like Pac. I would have been totally okay if that was Wheeler Yuta or Daniel Garcia even, or any of the other Death Riders with the exception of Moxley or Pac. I feel like it could have been
why a Death Rider at all?
Yeah, I feel like that. I feel like for what we were just getting at, which was the post-match stuff, I really feel like throwing Pac in this match. Like, it was a good match, but like, I just felt like throwing Pac in there to lose in like a nothing match to Mark Briscoe really. Because there was no Pac that way. I feel like he's above that.
Well, it's because there was no like, you need to start beating legitimate people if you want to face me, right? There was none of that. If MJF's like, you got to start beating like legitimate people, then you beat Pac. Then I go, okay, you beat Pac.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be completely upfront. This Mark Briscoe stuff. That's not doing it for me. Well, but now we're doing this thing again, right? We're doing this 5-on-5 at Forbidden, 6-on-6 at Forbidden Door. I got my friends. Now MJF's doing recruiting, and then we see the end of the, when he recruits Kevin Knight. MJF should have been like, give me the TNT. You have to put your TNT championship up if you want that. Not, you don't get another opportunity again. Like, I felt like, do we have it? And then some Mark Briscoe, they're going to win, and Mark Briscoe's getting another world title shot.
Well, Mark Briscoe's going to have the conglomeration.
Right, but they're going to win, and he's going to get another title shot. Because they're not going to. I don't know. Of all the things that we could be doing, we're kind of circling back to the Mark Briscoe thing. And I just think it's like early right now to circle back to it. And there's other things like I'm more interested in the Andrade MJF stuff that's going on right now.
I am too.
Right?
And
you know what I mean? Like
face to face they had was really good.
The Roosh stuff from last week. Like there's other, Darby Allin's back all of a sudden. Like, and then we're just like Mark Briscoe's like, I want a title shot. Give me a title shot. God damn it! It's like, what? And MJF just keeps saying no, and then all of a sudden, like he's in the ear of Tony Khan.
Yeah.
And we're just like, what?
I think Andrade.
I'm just confused.
Of all the guys that are going after MJF currently,
boom. Andrade is
I think Andrade. That's the match I want. That's the match I want to see the most. Is I want to see Andrade and MJF. Kevin Knight, we've seen it. I would see it again. Briscoe, whatever. Like you want to give me that on a Dynamite? Fine.
Yeah,
like,
that's
fine.
That's what I'm saying. But I don't want it to be this big focal point where now like.
Yeah.
He's like, this is the forbidden. Tony Khan said he needed a
main event. He said.
Did he say? Yeah, he said main event, and I'm like, bro, you just told us we're getting Kenny Omega and Zack Sabre Jr. This ain't the main event, my dude.
I was literally just gonna say, I find it funny that they said that, and I get it, 6-on-6 cage match. It's gonna be nuts. I get it.
And this is a great point. He isn't injured, and he has been consistent.
Look, I am very pro Mark Briscoe, but we've already seen the Mark Briscoe MJF stuff. Like there to me, there's not another chapter.
Yeah,
that story ended.
Yeah, at least yet.
Like, it ended, and I feel like, I just feel like there were a lot. And again, one of the things, and I've said it here and with like one of the things I appreciate when MJF is champion is how many guys are going after MJF. Like I think that's a good thing. There are multiple guys
you should have
all the time calling him out. I love that.
Is there anybody outside of the Don Callis family that's going to be in this match, though? MJF pretty much
Wardlow.
Pick your best 5.
Well, he's technically in the Don Callis family, is he not?
He is, but that's what I'm saying.
He joined and then got immediately injured.
Yeah, that was tough. That was so tough. Because I was like, oh shit, we're back.
Well, I don't think Andrade is going to do it, right? That's going to be the big story. Is that Callis? I think MJF's going to pay off Callis. And Callis is going to be like, all right, he paid him off. Like, Andrade, you're doing it. And Andrade's going to be like, I'm not fucking doing it. I think that's where they go, right?
Who currently in the Don Callis family that if they made this match, you would go, you're not one of the best 5. What the hell is this?
Would you be shocked if they threw like Brian Cage and Lance Archer in there?
No, I think that MJF would actually probably be like,
because they're big. Did you know they're in that new Spielberg movie? No. They're in that. They're in the Steven Spielberg movie. That's like.
Is that why they were pumping it up so
Day
much?
Or something? I
Disclosure Day. I think it's tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow.
It comes out tomorrow. They're in that movie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
That's crazy. Spielberg.
So fun fact. When I was at Warrior Wrestling and I was walking out, I saw Brian Cage leaving, and I just said, "Hey, great match," because I had talked to him earlier. And I said, "Hey, great match." He goes, "Was I in it?" I go, in what? He goes, in the match. I go, yeah. He goes, was I in the match? He goes, then of course it was a great match. So if I go, hey, how was Disclosure Day? He's gonna be like, was I in it?
Yeah, exactly.
He's very confident in his abilities. So I guess I'll have to check that out. But
so I would think MJF. What he would want is Kyle Fletcher,
but he's getting Kevin Knight, so he's already got
Kevin Knight. She should be asking for Kyle Fletcher.
Kyle Fletcher didn't look too excited to be in that match either.
No, because he stared down with MJ. He wants that too.
Yeah, I would love to see Kyle Fletcher at MJF.
100%.
Give me that.
Yeah. So I think he's got Kevin Knight. That's a fish. Then I would think Kyle Fletcher is a request.
Did you say a fish?
A fish. I think Andrade. What?
I just never heard you say that word.
Well, you know.
Hey,
so
first,
yeah.
Scott says Briscoe needs to stop getting tired.
I'm cool. Look at, I'm cool with one more.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I mean,
I just think, and when he says title shots, I think he means. I don't mean title shots altogether.
Yeah.
I don't mean title shots altogether. Like I just don't think. I don't think him going after MJF currently is the most exciting. I just don't think it's the most exciting thing. That's all.
Right now, currently, in this moment, yes.
I think it's not far enough away from the original. Like, that wasn't too long ago that the MJF and Briscoe thing was happening. So I feel like there should have been a little bit more distance.
Like if they ran, and this is an apples and oranges comparison, but it's kind of the same. If they ran back MJF and Hangman Page after that, if they, you know what I'm saying, too close. Even if you took the stipulation off it, I'm saying, like, you got to let this stuff kind of breathed for a
Where's
little
that
bit.
guy? Where's that guy?
Yeah, where's he been?
Where everyone's yelling where CM Punk is. Where the hell's Hangman?
Yeah, what's he been up to? He can't be like in the current landscape.
Hangman has been gone since.
When's he coming back?
Come on now.
MJF is allowed to have a throwaway feud. I don't know why I'm fighting so hard for this. And I'm not saying he doesn't either. I think where we're at is there are a bunch of other interesting things that haven't happened that we could do instead.
My problem is not with MJF having a throwaway feud. I just think, could he not have a throwaway feud with Speedball Mike Bailey?
And I'd like to know
that would be cool. Could he not have a throwaway feud with? I just feel like there are other people.
I would like to know.
Roosh is a guy that could have been a 3-week to a month thing if they wanted to stretch the Roosh thing out.
I would just like to know what Mark Briscoe said to Tony Khan to make this happen, because a week prior they didn't even acknowledge. MJF was just
he was yelling at Tony Khan.
Yeah, he was. Tony was like, "Sure, bud, whatever is that what you want to do?" Okay.
Yeah. And again, I know this is coming. I know that
this isn't. It's not even something that I'm like pissed about. I just thought it was like, yeah.
And it's coming off as an anti-Briscoe thing, and it's really not.
It's a timing thing.
It is. I just feel like it's not that far away from when we saw MJF win. You know, like
in 6 months, let's just for funsies say MJF runs through the summer as champ. He makes it all the way to All Out or whatever. And then all of a sudden, Mark Briscoe pops his little head up in September. And it's like, hey, you just had a gauntlet summer. Don't forget about me and our history. And then you do something there. Maybe I go, oh, okay, yeah. You know, he's ran through everybody else. He's ran through some new challengers. Oh, yeah, remember that feud we had back in the day? And then you go, oh, yeah, cool. But you're like, oh, we just kind of saw, and we know you're not going to win this thing, so okay. Although, will we ever see, that's a great question, will we ever see Mark Briscoe win an AEW World Championship? Is that ever going to happen? If you were a betting man, would you ever see a day where he holds, is it, even if it's a short?
I mean, I could see it as a short thing. I think Tony's that kind of guy.
Okay.
That would, and again, I think Briscoe over the last, oddly enough, with MJF, I think MJF did a really good job in that first feud of elevating Mark Briscoe to a legitimate kind of main event level of stuff here. And, you know, it's just,
I'm with you. And I see that, you know, I see the guy, he's a former ROH world champion. Yes, he is. But I'm saying AEW.
Yes.
The big one, the big gold, the triple B. Is he going to get that? Like, you know, we'll see. And I don't, I could see it. I just don't know how you get there.
I think so. I think he definitely could. I don't know.
I mean, clearly he's got Tony Khan's ear.
Yeah. So
Tony, you're gonna put that title on me, boy. And he's like, okay.
All I think is like MJF, I am under the assumption is going to lose this belt at All In at the end of August. So this title reign is another kind of not terribly long title reign for MJF. And I think kind of a month of it or 3+ weeks of it going to Mark. I just feel like there's other guys on the roster that MJF hasn't, Andrade being one of them. And I know we're probably going to get that, but I'm itching for Andrade. I'm itching for a small little mini Speedball. Kevin Knight, like these are guys that I've seen MJF fight.
We ain't seen Speedball since.
No. Well, he lost last week.
It was last
Kevin
Knight.
Knight.
We didn't see him this week.
Yeah.
Speedy.
But I also think that Speedball is going to be the one that takes the TNT title from Kevin Knight at the show in Montreal, which isn't until the end of July. So I think you have to basically they have that new pay-per-view in Montreal, Redemption.
Yeah.
At the end of July, and I think it would be foolish to not have Speedball versus Kevin Knight for the TNT title and Speedball wins it like in his home city.
Yeah.
I think that's a shoo-in for something that should happen there. Yeah. I don't know.
Fair enough.
But I thought I thought Orange Cassidy and Andrade was a lot of fun last night.
A lot of fun. I love the pant. I love the pants spot.
Oh my god,
my favorite thing ever.
Incredible. Incredible spot. Incredible spot.
I should have known, but a small part of me was like,
just-
if Cassidy goes down to trunks right now, I'm gonna lose my mind. But
Yeah,
it's
it was so good.
another pair of pants. And then Leo Rush's little
I was
thing.
just gonna say, I'm telling you, man, we've been talking about it because he's been on Dynamite. This is the third week in a row that they've given him some Dynamite time, and that crowd was chanting his. That shit's getting over, man. That character.
I still have no idea what it's all about, but
he's getting over, man.
Doing a great job.
I think we've watched that guy in a lot of different places for a long time be really good. And I think a lot of people like him and they see the commitment and they see the work he's doing. And this character, whatever it is very different from anything else that's going on. And
he's a guy that
they were
didn't
chanting his name.
He didn't have to do that. He could have just kept doing.
He could have just coasted off the Leo
what
Rush,
he was
whatever
doing,
it was, and he would have been fine.
He decided to take a swing at something else, and
it's working.
It's definitely working, and it's been an interesting thing. So we'll see how I'm interested in what the payoff is here.
Yeah, I agree.
Like who's him, and how to see who's he that knows. Maybe it's Action Andretti or something.
Yeah,
maybe it's him. I don't know.
And then we had the two Owens matches of the night. So we found out that Sarie was not now. I don't know if this is truthful, but Excalibur said that they flew her in from Japan all the way to Dynamite, and then she didn't get medically cleared. And if that is true, I cannot imagine how furious I would be if I had to. You know how long of a flight?
But wasn't now real quick to backtrack? Wasn't there already there were questions when the bracket dropped?
Correct. That's why the women's one has been so delayed.
That
A few of them were banged up.
Because we've already got the finals for the men's. We still got to do the semis for the women's.
Correct. We still have to do one.
She was up. She was up in the air when the thing got announced. I remember people saying, and you're just like, and again, she's great, but why put her in if there's doubt? Especially if you've got a Forbidden Door pay-per-view coming up, you could get her a match if you really wanted to get her a match. Yeah, that is crazy, but that I gotta say, shout out to Maya World, man, stepping into the spot
and a very tough spot, not just hopping into the tournament kind of quickly, but she had a very tragic event happen to her where she lost her little brother. So obviously thoughts and love out to her and her family. That's terrible. She lost her little brother earlier this week, recent, very, very recent. And this opportunity came up. She stepped in, and not only did she step in, she ends up winning.
Yeah, and
they had a good match. This was a good match. I thought this was a back and forth good match between her and Sky Blue. Obviously not a planned match. This was, but I thought they did a very, very good job. I thought Maya looks great. I thought I would have liked to have seen Sky Blue win because I feel like we see Sky Blue a lot and she rarely does that. But I understand, them giving Maya the win under the circumstances, and I'm not saying she only won because of that. It also kind of tells me that maybe Sarie was winning this match, and they were just like, all right, let's just, Well,
I think they also
stay put here. And Athena, it's Athena. You want to do babyface, bad guy, stuff as well.
But you could turn Athena in a second if you wanted. But I think with the Maya, if you're not paying attention, if you haven't been paying attention, independently, when she got signed, her and Hyann, she was crushing. She's fantastic. I think she was our independent wrestler of the year on 4 Exposure, women's wise, absolutely crushing it. So you put her in the match, and then I think everybody, even me, I absolutely, when they did this, I went, oh, they're going to put her in this match. She's going to have a good match. She's going to lose to Sky Blue, because why would you just do that? I think Tony was like, we might as well go for the shock factor, right? Yeah. And I think in a way, this now kind of adds an interesting wrinkle to the Triangle of Madness, where Tekla's been saying, Sky, this is your job. Your job is to win this Owen. Hey, Julia, your job's to get back into the TBS championship situation, because they're doing that in a couple of weeks, right? With the 6-woman. What are they calling it?
Survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest, yeah. So Tekla's like, hey, and now listen, I don't know if it's going to cause them to break up or anything, but I could see Tekla starting to be like, I'm holding up my end of the bargain here. What do you got? Yada yada yada. So maybe there's some intrigue there, but good on Maya World. Good for her.
Yeah, it was great.
Happy for her. She gets to take on Athena, which is going to be a high profile big match for her. Obviously, I think unless Maya has the run of the century here, I think Athena's going to be in that final with the old Mercedes Moné there.
I think that's where we're heading on the women's side for sure. And we already know our final in the men because the main event last night was the second semifinal. It was Swerve and Big Bad Brody King, and these guys had another really good one. A hard-hitting affair. There was blood. There was a whole bunch of stuff going on. At one point, Swerve, towards the end of the match, had to go to the top rope and hit a house call from the top rope, which was gnarly. This was really, really good. I think I still like the match they had at Dynasty a little bit more.
Yeah.
But a really good main event. And Swerve getting some help by Prince Nana, hit him with the ring bell when the ref wasn't looking, right into the cop killer. And he gets the 1, 2, 3 over Brody King. So the final in the men's Owen, which we kind of all saw happening, which will be at Forbidden Door, it is Will Ospreay. It is Swerve Strickland. It should be quite good. And the winner will go on to face the world champion, who we assume will be MJF, but the world champion, no matter who it is, at All In.
And this was your finals, I think, right?
That's the final.
Well, that was your finals.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes,
Yeah. This is where you ended up.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. We're going to be sitting here when we preview this bad boy, and we're like, you could go either way with this, but I think, like you said, All In, London, Ospreay, he's healthy, do it.
Can I tell you about Ospreay? One thing that I loved?
You can always tell me about things you love about Will Ospreay.
They went to that backstage thing after he won his match with Mark Davis.
Yeah.
And he was talking about the victory and Windsor.
That was
Windsor just running up and hugging him and her being crying and emotional because she lost and him just consoling. I loved that.
Yeah,
I did. I did.
I love it.
To me, I was like, I like that. Even though it was, I don't want to, she's upset, but like, I was like, I
was like, let's clarify.
Crying,
He's like, she's crying.
I wasn't like,
I love it when she's
crying. She should be crying, the loser.
I was hoping that
loser should be crying.
It was a sweet moment. For me, if you're gonna show that,
it was nice. I thought
it was nice. It was sweet. Let's lean into that.
That's what I think. Yeah, that's why I liked it. Like, to give me more.
What I'm saying? Yes.
Yeah, and like I liked, he didn't say a lot. But he was kind of like, "Hey, I've been there. That's why we love it." And then those are the two things he said. I've been there, and that's why we love it. And then he just pushed the camera away, and I was like, "That is." There was just something about it that I was like, I kind of dug that. I just dug it.
What does Sensei John Moxley think about that? Does he think that that's a sign of weakness?
We'll find out.
Because I ain't ever seen John Moxley hug Renee Paquette after she's had a rough night.
He barely even acknowledges Renee.
That's
even when she's interviewing him, he barely acknowledges.
That's what I'm saying. So does he? I'm interested if they're going to use part of this, like. Moxley says something like, well, you can't show any sign of weakness right now. You're this close. And he's like, dude, that's my wife, bro. Like, calm the fuck down.
Yeah.
Because, and Ospreay did it perfect. He was all fired up. He was animated. And she comes in crying. He stopped dead in his tracks, took care of her. Shout out to Will. Real one there. I would like to see some power couple stuff. Listen, AEW is not shied away from intergender interactions and matches. I would love to see a Will Ospreay Alex Windsor tag team of some type where they, I don't know who you would do it against right now. There's nothing.
Kyle Fletcher and Sky Blue, baby.
Sure, you could do that, yeah. But I'm saying Kyle and Sky don't really have a reason outside of that. So I'm saying if you could get some storyline around it. But yeah, it was really nice. It was cute. That was cool. And then, like I said, we get Kenny Omega and Zack Sabre Jr. Fuck yeah.
Thank you. So right now, we don't know. Obviously, we don't officially know everything.
The Forbidden Door is not very forbidden anymore, but it's still
No, but I mean, you're giving us Zack Sabre Jr. and Kenny. We know we're getting Ospreay and Swerve. Mm-hmm. We're most likely getting Mercedes and Athena.
Yeah,
that is
Tekla and whoever.
Tekla and whoever Stardom. First of all, Tekla just hates Stardom.
do you like the place that fired you?
No.
All right.
But I also didn't kick the shit out of the guy that could do that.
That's how she. That's how she hates him.
I
don't know enough about Stardom, so before we get out of here, anybody in the chat wants to tell me who they think the front runner is for that. But she's angling for whoever it is to be the biggest.
Yeah,
biggest,
so Tekla will
as
be
she said, the biggest bitch on the block type.
We
stuff.
have
not me.
We have
that's her saying it.
We have the 6-on-6 steel cage.
Yeah.
Which, if that's the main event, fine. I guess. But whatever. I would. Yeah. Fine. Yeah, it's shaping up. Forbidden Door is kind of weird because you get these cool matchups where it's like, oh, this is cool, but like from like.
Like Kenny, Kenny and Zach. Yeah, Kenny and Zach's going to be dope, but what does it do?
Exactly.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Exactly.
It gets a big win for Kenny, of course. Or like, MJF, if they lose this thing, he doesn't. He's not coming out the wiser. But at Mark, we'll get a little bit here. But yeah, it's an interesting pay-per-view where it's like. It used to be it was just all one-sided, though.
Yeah,
like it was. True. We knew like anybody AEW contracted was winning, and there was no two ways about it. So at least there's more intrigue in that sense. I'm interested to see how they fill out the rest of this thing with 2 weeks to go.
Yeah, so we'll have
that's
to see
it right now. That's only what 5 matches we said 4, 5.
Yeah, I think that's
Kenny,
5.
the 6-on-6, both the Owens, that's 4.
And then
Tekla's been, so that's 5. So we need a couple more.
Yeah.
We need
yes, we do.
Where's Cope and Christian? What have they been up to?
Yeah.
Ever since he brought out the disposable cameras.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be. I don't know if it's at Forbidden Door, but it looks like they're going to be fighting the War Dogs of some sort. But
yeah, they'll figure it out, and I'm sure that they're doing some stuff tonight for Saturday that'll get into it. I think we're going to end up. I would imagine Megan Bain and the Divine Dominion and them are going to get a match. I would imagine.
Yeah.
But I mean, if they wanted to keep this short and sweet to 6-7 matches like they got kind of angling right now, I'd be okay with that because there's a lot going on.
They will not.
I know they won't. I know they won't.
They will not. That is not their style. That is not their style, my man.
We'll be up 2 o'clock in the morning, like what the?
You know it. But speaking of, we are going to be getting out of here now.
Yeah, we is.
It is that time for us to skedaddle.
Skedoodle.
Yes. Appreciate everybody in the chat tonight. Yeah. Appreciate you all.
Hot crowd tonight.
Hot
crowd. We're talking cereal, and everybody came out the woodwork.
That's what
I got to text LJ about what she said about
care.
me.
It's like we don't care about their wrestling takes. Let's talk about the cereal, bro.
Oh yeah, dude.
But a fun one tonight.
Always.
A lot to talk about. I yelled about the Knicks for the first 30 minutes of the show. Screw them. Spurs in 7. Screw them.
But you got to acknowledge the grittiness.
I've always said Brunson's a dog. I like Brunson. But they have been handed this championship. It's a joke. It's a joke.
I fucking love basketball. Man.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I like it, but the game is falling apart.
I know.
It's falling apart.
It's not getting none of the games that we love or baseball's getting back to.
Yeah, until they have a lockout next year.
I know.
So
let's yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful with the tomatoes. Tornadoes. I thought you said tomatoes. I hate tomatoes too.
The tomatoes.
I think the tornado warning, it's for another 5 minutes, but nothing's happening, so we're fine.
You love to see it.
I'll let you guys know.
The second World Cup matchup is just underway. It is Korea versus Czechia.
I'll probably turn that on.
So yeah. But anyway, do the damn thing, Pluggo. Let the people know where they can find you and where they can find us on all the airwaves.
Well, you can find us at Between Two Beards, at B2 Beards on all social media platforms to know what we got going on. We got, like I said, a lot of shows happening over the next couple of weeks, so we'll probably be angling for some guests. We got a lot to chat about. You can find me at Pluggo. You go to Pluggo, you search my face, Pluggo pops up. I'm right there. I'll be back on this channel Saturday at noon for Exposure. We're going to be talking about the GCW shows from the past weekend and get you ready for LPW as well as a couple other shows. I think there's another GCW show this weekend as well. We're going to talk about. They're cooking. So
they're coming to New Hampshire. They're coming to New Hampshire.
They're coming to Indy. They're coming to Indy next weekend, and I really want to go, but I just got to make sure that the schedules aligned because baseball is coming to an end, but playoffs, I haven't got the schedule and the All-Star tryouts for this week. So we'll see if I can make it work. Anyway, that's where you can find me. And then like next week, we got a lot going on, so you'll want to be there. And then I don't have anything else going on. It's been a kind of a light week. I'm finally kind of getting back into the swing of the old Pluggo. So you'll start to see more content from us and me. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Yeah.
You'll start to see more. It's starting to come back out again. So
there we go.
Don't worry. I'll be back.
You can follow me, JPJ Loves Gaming, on all social media platforms. Here every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, the flagship show at Love Wrestling. You can find me Sunday afternoons, noon Eastern. We're going to be going a little bit earlier this week, though. I have some family plans in the later afternoon, so I gotta be out a little bit earlier than normal. So,
and I'm going to crash that thing and trash talk the cereal takes.
There we go. But we'll be going live a little bit earlier this Sunday, but coast to coast on Fightful Overbooked with Auntie Collins, who is in the chat yelling at Pluggo about his cereal takes and about Mark Briscoe.
I love her.
Yeah, she's the best. And not a formal announcement, but be on the lookout of the socials over the next week or so, starting within the next couple weeks, 2 weeks from last night. Dynamite Up over on Body Slam is going to be coming back. And I have myself a couple co-hosts. One might be on the screen with me.
Tyler Breeze?
Yeah. And then the other one might actually be in the chat. Those are the hints. So keep a lookout on the Body Slam social medias. Keep the lookout on the Beards, on mine, Pluggo's. But yeah, there's going to be some Dynamite Up news coming real soon. And yeah, I think you might see some familiar faces joining me on Wednesday nights to talk some AEW Dynamite. So keep a lookout there. Thank you all to everybody hanging out in the chat. Appreciate you all. Pluggo, appreciate you, pal. Good job by you.
Oh, well, thank you. Good job by you. We made it.
Another week. You know the drill. We'll be back next week. Till then, say hi to Sue.
Hi, Sue.
Peace out.
Hey there, Pluggo and JPJ. It's Trent's mom, Sue, and I have a bone to pick with you. So, I understand that you guys are being real idiots and spending your entire monthly budget. You've got to be kidding me. This is not the way to be when you're trying to run a business. Your boss, Spencer, is really pissed off at you. I'm pissed off at you. You have some nerve. Get a grip. You have to control yourself. You can't just go out and spend all the money that you're making, you two beards guys. Oh no, this is coming out so stupid. Anyway, behave yourselves, or I'm gonna cut you off from watching AEW. You're no longer gonna get to know, be able to meet my son. What? Or me. I'm sorry, this is like, I don't know. Anyway, thanks so much for being fans. Watch yourselves. Knock it off.